Off. We are live. What's going on,
Oh,
everybody?
I was expecting like an intro at first. I forgot. I was like, "There's no
Yeah, I
intro.
don't
We
I
go
don't
straight
have
into
the
this."
fancy intro. But listen, that's something I'm going to invest into. I actually just
Yeah,
bought a new camera. Oh, that's my fault. Hold on, everybody. Let me turn the. There you go. We're just talking
uh,
about that. I'm so
I
unprofessional.
just I wasn't sure if somebody came into the room or if we had a sound deal going.
No, I
How's
had to
everybody
go
doing tonight?
right there, and we got the echo. Um,
Right on, right on.
That sucks. How unprofessional, like I said. Yeah, I actually
Yeah,
just picked up a webcam from YouTube money because, like I said, with the YouTube money goes to getting stuff to better the channel. And my camera was, this is what I was using, the very old Logitech, the $15.
nice.
This was
Yeah,
what I was using, and you could tell. So I was able to go out and get this deal right here, which is what I'm using now. I only used it the once before, so we'll have to see how it goes. But that's
right
where
on.
the money's gone from the YouTube money this past month that I got. I just wanted to show that because literally that's how.
It goes fast when as soon as you want to put it back into something, it's like, whoop, there it's gone. It's like,
Yeah, but I have to do it. I get a lot of complaints about my microphone a lot, and stuff like that. So that's the next thing. Calm down, whoever the microphone beef person is. It's coming. I
are
promise
you
one day.
gonna you want to get like the swing arm kind of one with the fuzzy deal and looking all professional kind of thing?
I research a bunch of them that I find that I can actually get and easy to order or whatever, and then I find the one that they say, hey, listen, this one really works really well, especially for the price. I don't need the fancy,
Yeah,
all that stuff. Just affordable, workable.
but
Welcome
it does
everybody.
look
Thank you
cool.
so much. I see everybody in there chatting away for a little bit. Me and Justin were chatting for a few seconds there. I've had a very busy week. Had so many doctor's appointments for the kids this week. Uh, and now it's ending with a ton of snow. So we're getting poured on by the
Yeah,
snow.
that's crazy.
I
Yeah,
think
I'm
we're
not
gonna get
sure.
12 inches now. It's already been about 5 inches the last couple hours, so I think we're gonna get a little bit more. But
Our
stay.
weather's back and forth. It's 1 minute it's cold, next minute it's warm, next minute it's cold. I don't know what it's gonna do.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what part area you live in, but I've never actually been to Washington, but I'm kind of familiar with it as just researching things. I have a lot of friends medical.
I'm pretty much in the middle, basically, right around in the middle.
So you're kind of
We're
got you.
about we're about 2.5 hours away from Seattle. So
That's a good distance from Seattle. That's a nice place to visit.
yeah, yeah. I was actually born in Seattle. I've been there a bunch of
Really?
times. It's fun. Yeah, I love going to the waterfront, and they got a big aquarium there, and all the cool stuff that you see on TV, like the guys at the market throwing the fish and all that stuff. I don't know if you've ever seen any of those clips
Oh yeah,
before.
no,
Pike's
real.
Place markets. Yeah,
What was it?
I've
Real
been
World?
there. Yeah, we've
Remember
been
Real
there.
World? TV had
You could
Real
watch
World,
them
and
do
they
it.
worked at that pier where you throw the fish and they catch it in the paper and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. That's funny.
yeah, that
That,
shit's
that,
fun,
that,
man. You could be right there in the market. It's like they'll be going right over your head. It's just crazy. It's nuts there.
it's really Ed. That's awesome. It's
Big
so
old salmon. It's like whoa.
nice.
Pretty good
Hello,
time.
hello, everybody. Real quick, I had some notes here. I just want to make sure I don't forget. First off, does anybody know how many spaces are left for that
Yeah,
raffle?
yeah. We were talking about.
We
Oh,
were, we were talking about it. We didn't know, and we were just wondering. We knew somebody in the chat would know right
I
away.
don't know if that's what Heather's talking about, but she just said 12 last I knew of.
That's it, and she knows. She knows.
Okay.
Heather, see, that's the nice thing about Heather. She's always on top of stuff. You know what I mean?
Like nothing else. Yeah, it's like
It's not.
she's on top of everything too, on both sides, YouTube and Instagram. It's crazy. She knows what's happening. Oh, 10 spots left. Iron Dog said.
Oh, 10
That's
spots.
even better. That's even better.
Okay. Well, if you are just joining and you don't know what we're talking about, Iron Dog reptiles, as well as JDI pythons, and I do believe my animal house is he's part of, but he's not part of it. He's part of it as in it was kind
Yeah,
of
I'm just because I'm part of the show. That's all.
you're right.
The only part
And
of me. Yeah, it's just because I'm in the show.
kind of it is he's the outside observer, but it is being run by Iron Dog Reptiles Chris, who is not in the giveaway, or I'm in the raffle, as well as JDI, who I believe also is not in the raffle. They
No,
both
I think
they both
either one. Yeah.
probably like nice have a nice rack. Who wouldn't? And I'll tell you more about that in a second. But they were very cool in the fact that they wanted to do something for the community and they wanted to see something go to somebody in the community. And they definitely want to get in on some future ones, so other people will host them so that we keep it really fair. And if you want to know what I'm talking about, they're doing a raffle right now, and you can check it out on JDI's Instagram, which he'll probably jump in here. And if he doesn't, I'll post it later on in the chat. So you'll have his Instagram and you can let him know you want in on it. And in on it is 25 people are going to give $100 a piece to this raffle to win a 5520 ARS rack with a Herpstat 2 delivered to your front door, brand new. Keeping in mind that build out is like 14 weeks away. This is going to take a while to be done and get to you. But for your $100, you have a chance, a 1 in 25 chance to win this rack. This could be like big game changer for probably everybody out there right now. I thought a lot about it. I'm not going to enter this because if I'm being 100% honest, a rack that would help me is another hatchling rack. So this rack wouldn't help me. I have free spaces.
Yeah.
It would sit in a box for a year or so before I was filled up enough to be able to get more. You know, it just would sit for a while.
Yeah, for sure.
What is that? It's not fun. We need this first one to go off and somebody that could really use it, you know, win it. And I think it's just awesome. So if you're interested in that, there'll be more information towards the end of this video about that. I want to thank all my subscribers. You guys are amazing. And I know all of you are probably subscribed to Justin, My Animal House already. But before the show's out, we'll also put a link down there. There's a link in the video that I put out earlier today if you missed it. But what a great guy. We'll talk more about that soon. He doesn't probably think he's as great as I think he is, but I've been doing this YouTube longer than probably everybody on here. And my channel doesn't reflect that because of the choices that I made, not knowing any better. You know what I mean? And the last 6 months, I've implemented just a few little things that Justin has talked about. And it's funny because I normally don't do that. Normally somebody says, oh, try that, you do this and do that. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. And I don't do it. But without even knowing yet, I kind of listen to some of the stuff. I'm like, oh, I'll give it a try. And noticed that right away. I think I messaged you right away. I was like, hey, man, hey, that was an awesome tip. It worked. That's great. You know, so that was really cool. Hey, thank you for becoming a member there, My Animal House.
Thank you.
But awesome. I also have a 3K giveaway going on right now. I think everybody in the chat that I see in there already knows what it is. It's a pastel pied. I'm not even going to get them out right this second. I'll get it out later. If I seen a new name in there, I'd pop it out and show it off and really try to push it.
I don't even know why you're talking about it. We've talked about this. This is mine. We've already talked about it. I don't know what the deal is.
It's only a trade if you win Hector's snake, my friend.
Yeah, I know.
I love that Hector snake. I kind of wish it wasn't a super pastel though. If I remember right, it was a super pastel.
It's a super pastel Desert Ghost. Yeah.
I would prefer it not to be a super pastel, but man, that's a nice snake. That would be a snake. That's the best giveaway snake I've seen so far.
Well, and that's one of the reasons. Like, you know, I don't try to get into a lot of giveaways. I don't need a lot of projects, but I do have a super pastel. So I got into that just thinking to myself, well, shit, just a male super pastel Desert Ghost with a super pastel minimum. Yeah, just minimum. I should be able to get rid of them snakes quick. You know, I mean, they should be able. They're like visually, they're going to be nice. Yeah. So it's
I would hold back all the females, or is it a male or a female that he's giving away? I don't even know.
It's a male. It's a male, I believe. Yeah.
I'd be holding back all the females from that. Nobody would have a chance. You can get the males or whatever that came out.
Yeah.
But I'd be holding back all the females from that for sure. That is a neat gene.
It's crazy.
It's good for people like me that has to have everything lined up in order and perfectly right, because for whatever reason, it just makes everything squared off instead of rounded in a way. That's how I like to say it. If you ever see a normal one, instead of it's just a perfect round alien head, it kind of has more of a square alien head. And when it's on the pinstripe, the lines really look kind of squared around it going down the side.
Yeah.
And I like that.
Kind of looks boxy, kind of.
So anyway, Justin, My Animal House, for the viewers that maybe they haven't seen you yet here, and I do have some people sandbagging, I can tell, because there's not 24 people commenting, and a lot of those people are probably from my Facebook who are just part of other reptile communities. So real quick, if you could just let people know a little bit about you and your channel.
I'm just a reptile channel, basically.
I know it's competitive. I know it's competitive because you feel like you're saying it in front of a lot of people we already know.
Well, I know, yeah.
But I will add a few. I think you left something cool.
I'm just a keeper. I do favor towards the ball pythons. I do want to go through the breeding processes, and I think it's just fascinating, you know, the creature itself, you know, ball pythons are fascinating, and to bring one into the world and create and, you know, get into that, it's really cool. I don't want to get too big into that because, you know, a lot of people get like head first, they get 100 snakes and, you know, they're trying to buy rodents and this and that. And I think that's way more overwhelming than anything I do on YouTube. You know, it's like, so I just kind of I don't use the animals, I guess. I just kind of, I'm going to keep the animals anyway. They keep me busy. You know, they give me things to do, keep my time busy, hobby kind of wise. You know, I'm always in and out. So it just kind of keeps me busy. And then I use the YouTube. It's like, if I'm going to go through all this anyway, I might as well film it, you know, and then that's kind of how it all just began. And then it's like, I'm comfortable, you know, all the animals that are taken care of, they're basically paying for themselves. And then, you know, to where now it's like, you know, I can introduce, you know, some animals that it's like, oh my God, I've always wanted one of these, or, you know, something like that. Or like the frog, you know, I've been saying I've wanted a frog since my channel's been going. And I don't know why I've never gotten one. It's just crazy, but you know, and then everybody started getting frogs. So I had to be one of the
really
that had to get me a frog.
You know, you can get a really cool frog for a decent price compared to a lot of these ball pythons.
Oh, yeah.
So I was looking at them earlier because you guys and your cool frogs. I'm like, man, I got to keep up with the Joneses. Let me look at a dumb frog.
30 bucks, you can get you a frog. It's like, man,
and they're cool. They're not as dumb as I thought they were. I'm like, man, these frogs got a little crazy, gnarly teeth up in the front.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They got,
when I was a kid, having teeth.
They got their little habits, like, you know, like everything does. They all got their, you know, you can tell, like mine. It's like, if he's all burrowed down, he don't want no food. If he comes up all like kind of settles up more at the top, he's hungry. You know, it's really crazy how they got their own little habits. You know, it's just nuts. But yeah, so then it's just
animals as you're with them.
It's been growing ever since. It's crazy.
That's sick. Yeah, that's something that I really appreciate about your channel. And you know, I don't know if we've even talked about it. Or I think I've said something to you before about it, but I like the fact that you've made a YouTube channel, and it is about your animals and showing your animals off. But you have right from the beginning, you were like you were talking about how, yeah, you know, I want to, you know, get some cool animals and use them as part of my show, and then, you know, and that's what and you know, and I see people are offering you some stuff, and you're like, yeah, I don't want that. I have a set goal. And you didn't want a million snakes or a million animals. You just wanted some pretty cool stuff that you liked, that you wanted to share. And I was like, man, that's so refreshing, because a lot of people will get animals and it's just to do an unboxing with these animals. And maybe 2-3 videos in, they really don't even care about those animals. And then 4 or 5 months down the road, you might see that animal in the background looking all skinny and not looking so good. You know what I mean?
Or you may never see it again. Yeah.
Because the luster wore off, or they sell it right away. There's so many people that will get these animals, unbox it, do this cool thing. I got 1 million views. All right. And now they're getting rid of it, you know, right away, because that's what they're doing. And you had this really cool goal and plan. And I was just like, oh, I like that.
And it is hard too. And it's almost probably good that there's not as many of the expos going on, you know, because that's where you get snatched up so much. So I haven't had to attend any of those, but it is hard to, you know, you see a lot of stuff that's amazing, and it's like, you know, you got to tell yourself, it's like, you know, you can't just buy because it's cool, you know, it's like,
you want
got to be part of what you, you know, I mean, they're all cool. All animals are cool. I'd like to have as many as I can, but you know, I'd rather be here longer and, you know, and walk, I guess, through YouTube instead of trying to run up there and get lost, you know?
Right. So, and it's easy to do. We were talking about that before the show started, that keeping up with algorithms and how things work is, you know, can be kind of tricky. But I think that's what I was saying before, is that I've watched a lot of your stuff and I've learned a lot of stuff, because you kind of break it down to bare bones instead of getting into these numbers and graphs and timing. You kind of just give it out in the layman's terms, which is good for me. You know what I mean? Because that's easy for me to get, and a lot of other people. So it's been
it's the same thing I try to tell people, and it may not always come across the same too, but you know, I try to tell people, it's like, you know, even if you watched my video and you like what I told you, don't stop here. You know, keep searching. Watch, you know, 8 different videos and take a little bit from each one, and then make it, you know, then sit back and what's going to suit you the best, you know, kind of thing.
But what you do is different for everybody, because when you do that, you're searching, and as soon as you learn something new, another thing I respect for you, and I've been guilty of this, you don't just tell us about it. Before you tell us about it, you kind of give it a little try, and you see. I've noticed that. And I'm like, oh man, he's been doing shorts for a week now, and now he's just telling us about shorts. And I was like, because he's trying to tell us about shorts. He doesn't want to get on here and say, yeah, I did this video. And what do you mean it ain't working for you all? He did these shorts. He says, look, this, and then you did that before. I totally love that. I think that's the only way to go when you're trying to.
Well, yeah, at first I just tried to tell everybody the theory of why I was trying to do it. You know, it was new. you know, there's some, you know, you could benefit
Right.
this way and that way. And I
And
tried
then
it a bunch of different ways too, you know.
but you checked it out first. You kind of put it out there. You said, okay, that is the way you do it. I see it popped up on this little shorts list, which I didn't know about for a while because I'm a dummy. But I seen it pop up on the shorts list, so now I can tell these other people about it instead of just
Yeah.
doing it and then saying, yeah, I'm doing shorts. Yeah, just put a video, you know. So
Yeah, Chris helped a lot with that too, because in the beginning, you know, I kind of winged out a couple, and of course, you know, we all know Chris. He's like, "What are you doing over there, Justin?" You know, so
I
it was
love
like,
that.
well,
That's why this community is awesome.
and he had seen it, but he really did. I don't think he had made one yet. And he's like, "So you trying them shorts?" Huh? And I was like, "Well, you know, it's the cool kids are doing it, you know." So I was like, you know,
We kind of worked
it
with
helped a bunch.
a following up on something. I was actually implementing some of that, had a future plan of doing like with the membership. You launched your membership, and probably about a week or two before you launched your membership, I was looking at videos about memberships, and I wasn't sure how I wanted to do it or if I could do it. But again, you know, you did a little bit more research on this and that. You put it out there, and I didn't want to copycat it, but it was part of my plan. And I
It's
was
so
like,
weird too on how that works, because I didn't get my membership until I was almost 5,000 subscribers, and then you already was able to make one.
yeah,
And
but
it's weird.
I think it's because I've just how long the channel has been up, and I've never had a strike.
Maybe, yeah.
And even if you haven't had a strike, my channel's been. I think this channel's been up since.
Oh no, I did have a strike in the beginning. I got slapped. I joke about it all the time. I keep saying it's like my YouTube felony. You know, they say it's off your record, but it still kind of lingers on you.
Yeah,
you know,
no, it's in your head.
You know, well, exactly. Yeah. Well, and that was back in the beginning because, you know, and I got roped off kind of, you know, it was the YouTube channel got me into it. And then I started watching all these YouTubers, you know, about how to this and that. And then you hear a couple, it's like, oh, you can make, you know, YouTube living without even filming your own video. I'm like, what? You know, so of course, you know, I'm like, yeah, it's like, I'm going to go try this. So then,
count me in.
Yeah, I go research all this, figure out what files you can take from, which files you can't. Which what I was saying something to somebody the other night because they had their live stream at a common, what is it called? The common license or whatever. I can't remember what it's called. Common creative license. And if you put that on your videos, it allows people to take that information. They're not stealing your videos. If you have a common creative license on your stream or on your videos, that it says right on there, it allows people to chop it up and they can use your stuff. So I was telling somebody the other night, hey, change that license because then somebody can take your material, you know. But if you search those topics, you can chop up videos and, you know, like make greatest hits of stuff, you know. And I made a fight video.
I had a guy that was doing that to me. He was taking my parts of my video and it was 3/4 of his video. And,
oh yeah, well, see, if you have a common creative, they can do it, you know. But if you have a standard YouTube license, they can't do that.
Right. You know? Well, I didn't. Mine was blocked, and he shouldn't have done it, but he was doing it. So that's the only time I've actually turned somebody in. And I was only like, look, I don't care if you use a little bit of my stuff. It's like a promotional thing. But when 3/4 of your video is me telling you about how to, you know, palpate a snake or something like that.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, you're just using my stuff.
Yeah. Now I'm like, oh, look, if you got more subscribers than I do.
And I think there's things about that too. It's like if it's under license, you could use like 5 seconds or something, or you know, when they allow that for like if the radio's on and you have to turn it on. Is it 15 seconds or something?
Yeah, I think it's 15 seconds. Because a friend of mine does. He's one of those big RV guys, travels around. That's all he does. He YouTube pays all his stuff. He just bought a little house in Indiana because of COVID, so he had a place to lock down at. But he chases 75 degrees in his big RV, him and his cat, and he gets YouTube. You know, he just does it by the YouTube money deal. It's crazy, man. It's crazy how some of these people, you know, they get it and they take off really well. You know, I think too, YouTube is
a lot of that is the niche. It's all, you know, because that's like when magnet fishing came out, when that was big. People did a YouTube channel with magnet fishing when it first came out, and they were at 20,000 subscribers in less than a month. Yeah. Because I mean, everybody wanted to see what was going on. You know, if you can catch a #1 niche, it's like.
Let's be honest. You don't want to go out and do a little magnet fishing.
Oh, it'd be awesome. Are you kidding me? I hit a bridge in a minute. I mean, that's the classic thing. If you're going to throw something away and you don't ever want it to be seen, you throw it off a bridge. I mean,
I'm going to get it with a magnet. Hell yeah. Dude.
You know, like get one of the big ass. Oh, I'd love to do that.
Dude, there's bridges that I want to go to that I know I threw shit into.
and that's like the YouTube. You know, when I came into here, I knew that when I was coming into, especially with, at first, it was all going to be about ball pythons, you know, of course. And that didn't last long because it's like you know, there's not enough content in that, and I don't know what's going on, you know. So you got to expand, you know, kind of what's going on, you know.
Right.
I forgot where I was going to go with that, but
as we were talking earlier, but try and stay relative too, because
yeah,
you were talking before the show started, and you said that, you know, if your videos are over here one day and then just out of left field somewhere else the next day, and then somewhere else the next day, there's no continuity to it, and new subscribers really want to see that same kind. This is what you were saying to me.
Yeah,
and I'm repeating what you're saying, that and it was, and I agree that new viewers want that same content. They want that same feeling they had the first time they seen it. So if they see snakes and feeding snakes, like you said as an example, and the next show I'm out in the woods cutting a tree down, you know what I mean, talking about woodworms, you know, they're just like, meh,
yeah, because then you're confusing your subscriber and the algorithm, because the algorithm, like I said, the algorithm doesn't know where to put you, because if you do the same thing every time, it knows where to kind of throw you. But if you're here and here, then the algorithm's confused. And what started that whole conversation was basically, if you get a subscriber, like if a subscriber sees your video and they click on that video, when they go to the next video, are they going to see the same thing? You know what I mean? That's basically what the algorithm wants. They want, your subscribers want the same thing. You know, it's like I tell people, I had that pond filter video. Who knew it was going to get a couple 100,000 views? But there are people, you know, there's people that subscribe to my channel through that video that until I make another pond filter, they could care less about my channel. You know what I mean? They're not going to care. But if I make another pond filter, they'll probably be right on it, you know. But
and you're gonna probably get a lot of views on it, you know, because they're really looking for that next innovative.
The update or whatnot. Yeah,
how's it working? You know, which that should come out pretty soon. I mean, how long have you been running that system?
I ran it for years actually on that hot tub, because I made the hot tub into a pond, and then I built the filter, just kind of added on, like everything, you know, you start with one and then
updated doing on
No, I did a maintenance video, which was really cool, because that's when I learned how to not learn, but I, you know, caught on to, like, you know, when they say piggybacking videos kind of thing, like linking videos to another video. Like if you have a successful video, is there any other video that's related that you can link it to, like with a tag or
right? Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. So then it was like, man, I did the maintenance video for that video, and then tagged it in it and put it in the description and all that, and added it in the card, because you can change cards in your video and all that stuff afterwards. And that video is just at like 13,000 views. It's nothing like the build video, but it's still 13,000 views off the maintenance of it that, you know, I would do anyway.
Well, I'm glad you brought
do it, you know,
because going back and doing maintenance on your old videos, that's a good topic as well. You know,
it is.
It's not a horrible thing to do. I have recently gone back, changed some titles. I think some of my titles just, you know, I look at it, I'm like, well, that doesn't make me want to click on it. You know what I mean? Even changing some of your thumbnails sometimes. You guys do great thumbnails. I know. See, I'm not very computer savvy and phone savvy, and I got an email from somebody. I'm not really computer savvy and all those things and all those apps and all that other crap. Man, I have the hardest time. Like, I can't even put an app on my phone right now anyway, because it's some code that I don't remember from iPhone and crap. So it's like a nightmare. That's why that's why I asked you. I asked if you could do me that picture through that.
Oh, the
app.
Cartoon thing. Yeah.
Because I'm using it as one of my stickers now too, so that will be one of the stickers. And
right on.
Some sticker giveaways. Matter of fact, I'm going to do some sticker giveaways, and then anybody who didn't win a sticker in the sticker giveaways, just a little random thing we're going to do here. If you send me a self-addressed self-stamped envelope, I'll send you a sticker pack as well. So a couple of different stickers and stuff. So I just wanted to put that out there. And you can thank, again, Justin, as well as Chris, for the sticker thing, because I hate stickers. I'm not a fan of stickers. People would send me stickers, and I wasn't going to. I've changed my mind. I'm getting to it.
I know.
And I've actually changed what I might be doing as well, how I might be displaying them, but we'll see how the new house goes and how that ends up. But I put them in frames. So if you send me stickers, as of right now, they're all still going in frames. I've got your stickers right here. They're going in the frames. I got those awesome stickers from Zach. Zach, my exotic balls.
I can't believe that sticker is unreal. If he's in here, Zach, that is amazing. That thing is huge, man. It's like, hey, yeah, that is the bomb.
I got a big head, man. I'm not joking. It says that. And then
he was making sure you got a sticker, man.
When I did the unboxing, there was also on mail deal. There was also two of the smaller ones.
Those are the ones I got. Yeah, I didn't get the big one, but
look at that. Well, I think he sent this from my son's table. I think he sent that from his
he
son's
just wanted to
private.
make sure you got a sticker.
Well,
That thing's awesome.
I think in the conversation that we had, and it's
Yeah.
nice. It feels nice. It's nice. I love that clown he's got on
He
there.
did send it. It was the one he sent. The regular stickers that he sent me. It was in a gold shiny envelope. I mean, it was a nice car. It
Oh, I
was
didn't get
badass.
gold
I was like, damn.
I didn't get no gold
Yeah.
but that is awesome. Zach's probably not in here, but Zach, man, holy crud!
Yeah, that thing is awesome.
No
Fire.
offense there, KY. I'm not giving him your frame or nothing. But
Well,
look at
it's crazy that you were into dirt bikes and not like stickers, man. Because like I said, man, I used to buy boots or goggles or anything. The first thing I did was look for stickers, man. It was
those
like
were sponsored stickers.
Yeah.
I couldn't just go stick whatever sticker I wanted on some shit. And I had a million Fox things. So now I wish I had all the Fox stuff. I wish I had. My wife has more Fox stuff than I do. I don't have anything Fox, I think, right now. Oh, no, I probably do.
I have a bunch of T-shirts, but I never wear them anymore because I got so many of my Animal House shirts. So I just kind of promote that shit, you know.
Yeah, well, I tell you, that's we're gonna have a few topics in this live, everybody. So just bear with us. It's just a fun bantering conversation. So we're probably gonna bounce back and forth. But talking about,
I haven't even really looked at the chat. I'm so sorry. It's kind of weird. It's cool to just talk without having to I'm in other people's lives. I'm all greeting people in like I'm the host or something. It's like,
you get to relax
doing that. You know, it's like
be part of it. You know, check out the chat if you like.
Yeah.
I'm very grateful that you come on. I want to thank everybody else too in the chat. I see you all in there. I'm good to see you.
Kurtwood said $30 sticker.
Thanks for being cool. Yeah, it's that's what it's like. It's a big stick, and it has that. It must be it has that feel to it, man. It ain't no like you can feel.
Yeah, you can tell. You can tell you can tell the good stickers from the.
And I thought he didn't like me, man, because I was messing with him. And then after I messed with him, he's like, yeah, dude, it just kind of stung a little bit because you're like one of my favorite channels. And I was like, what, dude? I'm somebody's favorite channel? I'm gonna start crying over this guy.
I still got that one kid. He hasn't texted me since that one day because I think maybe he watches the live stream, the one that was all mad at me because I didn't like the other
guy. He left for the same reason on my channel. He wasn't rude about it, like he was to yours. He was rude about it. And if he comes in mine, I'll tell him you were rude about it. And that kid that you're defending was very rude about it as well. And he was trying to make a buck. And if you were a little bit older and understood how then you would understand that kid was making a video to make money. And he loves people like you to help him push and make more money on that video. He flips more snakes than BHB does, and that's no knock to BHB.
I bet, yeah.
So I'm just saying, do you want to be a flipper? You better have a really good name and know who you're.
And he takes in a lot of those animals on purpose just for that rescue story and all that bullshit. And it's like, who knows how many that don't even make it, you know.
Yeah, and we're not going to dog the guy because, of course, me and you don't have fact information, but at the same time, we have a legitimate argument, is what I'm saying, and that if that guy had his opinion, why isn't it okay for you to have yours? And that should be accepted. I don't have to agree with everybody in this community.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? We can disagree. What's wrong with that? You know what I mean?
I told him, I said, it's okay. You know, it's so cool if you don't like me now or whatnot and whatever. I'm glad your snake was good that we helped, you know, from the chat and all that kind of stuff. I said, it's all good, you know. I mean, you don't have to like me, whatever, you know. It's like,
how you feel about the spider topic, I mean, it's where you're coming from matters. So for that kid that we're talking about, not the furry haired kid, but the other kid.
Yeah.
For him, okay, no problem. You know, I get it. But this other kid that put that video out there, his incentive is to make money. It has nothing to do with giving
exactly. Well, yeah, and then there's two sides to every story. You know, no matter what the topic is, regardless of what side you're on, there's two sides. You know, so it's not. And two, he thought that was the only gene that's like that.
Oh no!
He's like, there's no other ones. He's like, there's no other ones. And I said, no, there's a few other ones. You know, and then I told him a couple. I told him a couple genes, and then that was the last message that I got from him after that, because he's all prove it that there's more, prove it, and I just said a couple names, and I said research them, and then I haven't had a message since.
What I would like to prove that the spider gene wobble snake is uncomfortable. Again, I don't mean to say this, but I have been doing this since 1995. I actually started getting into it 97. I had my first clutch of eggs. Hatched out an anole from my very first reptile ever in like 1985 by accident.
Right on.
Got one in New York pregnant.
It didn't
And
make it, but I did hatch out at a knoll. That was my first one.
mine made it. I got 100% hatch rate.
Damn.
I didn't breed it, but I seen it in there. And before I seen it in there, I researched when you actually had to research at libraries because nobody knew what the internet was. So I had, and then try and find something about anoles in a New York library. Wasn't easy. But I found out, oh, they have eggs. I'm like, oh, they're like birds. They have eggs. Little did we know later on down the road, dinosaurs probably came from bird type. They had a mix anyway. But there was an egg there, and I knew what to do with it with the damp moss right away because I read this stupid book, before I got it, which is what I do with every animal that I'm going to get. So every time y'all hear me say I want this, it might be a year before I get it. I have an alligator coming. You know what I mean? It's going to be a while before it gets here, but I got to set up all the stuff. It's part of my budget plan. You know what I mean? And research. Don't just take
For sure.
just take my experience for how it is. And my wobbleheads, I don't feel that my spiders are in any pain. That would concern me and worry me. I'm a worry wart, so if I thought they're in pain, I would definitely try and do something about it. And that isn't the case. So I've been doing this for a while. If you're worried that spiders are uncomfortable, I can tell you I can bring my wobblehead out right now. He's the happiest-go-lucky snake you ever met. Never hissed, mess with me, doesn't miss a meal, does just fine. I do have to feed him a little bit differently, just by where I place the food in front of them. If you put it straight in front of them, their eyes are over here on the side of their head. It's a little difficult to get it, but if you put it right here, boom, no problem at all. Gets it every time. So a little learning on your behalf could fix the problem if it's the
exactly problem. For sure. And Headhunter, and you can if you're putting music in your videos and you have the consent of whoever's making the music or whatever, you can use it as long as you can prove that is the biggest part of it. Because even if somebody says, oh yeah, you can use it, and then you use it, YouTube doesn't know that you guys have a verbal agreement. And if it's in their category of YouTube music that should be flagged, it's going to get flagged anyway. So just be really careful when you use music, because you have to have you got to prove like written permission kind of thing to YouTube.
I don't even use free music because I've used free music before, and because it isn't trademarked one day or copyrighted one day, don't mean that guy down the road don't decide to put it out there, and you have it on 10 of your videos from 4 years ago, and you don't even remember which 10 of those videos it is.
The only thing good is just if you're going to use music, which is what I do, is I just use the limited amount that's actually in YouTube Studios. I mean, you're not going to get a band singing a song, but I mean, you can get some tunes, you can get different dramatic effects, and at least then if that artist changed their mind or if something goes down, YouTube knows that was one of their free music, and they'll know when you used it.
Right.
So then, if you stick within YouTube music only, then there's really no chance of them flagging you.
I will say on this, there is that does happen. I don't know if you were around when Intelligent Design Reptiles was doing a lot of videos. It was kind of a little while.
Not back. A lot. I seen a few of their videos when I was first coming in. I watched a bunch of their stuff, and then all of a sudden they had a big auction and they were gone. And I didn't know what was going on.
All the free music that are in the library, the YouTube library for the music. But he kept having this one like Arabian guy from like Arabia or whatever, kept copyrighting his stuff. Like, and it didn't even matter what song you used. The guy would just put that out there like it was it was a bogus thing, but it was enough for YouTube to shut his stuff down. You know what I mean? And he kept. I don't know how that turned out.
Well, there is inside of YouTube Studios. There is still, even though it's free music, there's two different ways to use it.
Right. You have to put.
There's some that's totally free, and then some you have to give the credits to the artist. And if you don't copy and paste that credit thing, then it's the same thing as using illegal music.
Situation because as people probably in here know, Logan's a computer guy. Like he knows all that stuff. So I don't know if he was just making a big deal out of it, and that was the case. It's possible, you know what I mean? But I was just remember him having such a problem with it that it scared me away.
Well, there's keyboard warriors out there that.
But I was like, well, if you get a strike, that can't be good.
But there's keyboard warriors out there that'll do shit like that just to piss off people. I mean, you piss off the wrong guy with a big computer, it's not good.
2.5 years ago, this channel went through hell. Over a jealousy, and that's why a lot of you probably love this community, and you might have your own reasons for it. But I love this community because I wanted to run as far away from it as I possibly could for a long time. So meeting you all and all these other people in here has changed that. Like, I don't want to get emotional about it, but I'm dead serious. Like,
Yeah.
I wanted to run from something that I like. If you don't know I love reptiles, and you've never spent 2 minutes with me, because
Exactly. Yeah.
I worry. I get to my house and I'm worrying about these things. I get here and I'm like, this is what I love. I don't have all fancy, super fancy stuff because I don't need them. You know what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
doing
Yeah.
what works best for me, and I'm growing into this stuff. I don't get a lot of money. I'm growing into the
Yeah.
things
You
that
have to stay within your means to be able
yeah.
to be still
And,
comfortable and be able to enjoy.
and as you said earlier, you buy a bunch of animals and then they go on the wayside. I'm going to talk. I think Sherry in here. There's a Sherry. There's another Sherry in here that will know what I'm talking about. But my brother-in-law, who I like, um, but he did the same thing. He was in this community for a while. I was a snake person. He wanted to get into snakes. Everybody in the family was like, "Oh, he's just doing it because he wants to do what you're doing." And I was like, "Hey, listen, if he starts getting into the snakes and it keeps him at home more, or maybe saves him a little bit of money on some other things that he was doing that maybe weren't the best, what's the
Exactly.
worst that can happen?" And then he got that bug, and instead of just getting a couple that he can afford to take care of, he got a bunch, trying to keep up with whatever I'm up to over here. And
Was he
then
gonna get into the rack?
no, he's not
No.
even
No.
into it anymore. They're all gone. So
Oh, okay.
and
Because I remember you said something about it.
he probably spent what a I don't know, whatever minimum wage week. What does minimum wage make a year? Like 25,000 maybe. He probably spent
Well, it
that.
depends. It depends on where you're at, you know.
He probably spent about that much money on snakes and stuff, just trying to get the best of this or that or whatever, or taking in snakes just from here and there. And then he's like, "Holy shit, I got to feed all these snakes." Like, I fed 5 of them, it wasn't a problem, but feeding
It,
70 of them
yeah.
now, different thing. It's a different beast. You know.
And we've come across some people, man. It's like, they're all like, "Oh yeah, we've been doing this like 5 months. How many snakes you got? 80? What? It's like, to me, that's like, holy, how in the hell? It's like, you got a gambling problem. I mean, you got like an obsession collecting problem. It's like, you're in this 5 months and you got 60 snakes. It's like,
It's
to
easy to
me,
do,
that's,
man. It's
yeah,
easy,
it's
especially if a reptile show. You go to a
terrifying to me.
reptile show on a Sunday afternoon about 2 o'clock, and I
I know.
swear to God, with a small wad of money in your hand, you could walk out with some really nice stuff because people don't want
Mm,
to have to bring them back, and if they're worth half a shit, they're going to quarantine those snakes when they bring them back, and maybe even full treat them, which I would do, and that isn't cheap at all times. So
mm-mm.
they're not wanting to bring stuff back. So on Sunday afternoons, about 2 o'clock, yeah, maybe that one snake you really wanted might have been sold already. But I guarantee you, I've walked out on a Sunday with $8,000 worth of snakes for less than $1,000. So, and
Kurtwood is a member.
I'm talking quite a few. Thank you, Kurtwood. I appreciate that. I appreciate you, man. I
I'm
appreciate
not
you.
supposed to say that like I'm an announcer, huh? Kurtwood's a member.
And it's Kurtwood in the round.
It's a bad habit. It's like, Kurtwood's a member.
And I
We
do.
appreciate that, Kurt.
So you're a motorcycle guy, man.
Somewhat.
Smokes. It was definitely a thrill you enjoyed.
Oh my goodness, yeah. Because I didn't have them. I wasn't like I grew up on them or nothing.
Yeah,
I mean, I rode BMX and all that kind of shit, skateboards, all that kind of crap. But yeah, once I got onto a motorcycle, it was like it's like crack. And especially once I got into the mountains, I think that's what got me even worse. It's like when you're on a mountain road out in the middle of nowhere, going like 40 miles an hour, you're by yourself, just jamming out or whatever. Yeah, you don't even have time to think about nothing else.
Well, you're part of it. You're part of it.
Yeah,
it is everything around you. That's what I try to tell my wife. Like, you're part of it. She's been riding with me, but when you're by yourself and you're just out there and in that zone, you're part of it. You're part of the air. You're part of the trees. You're just part of it. You're just going through. It's the best. But I've had a lot of crashes. I know you've had some crashes yourself.
Oh yeah. I did a lot of damage in a short time.
When I first started, I sent you that picture. That was my first dirt bike. I went down. They brought me to a Yamaha shop and showed me the Yamaha 80 Fat Cat big wheel. You remember that?
I've heard of them. Yeah.
Back tire and the fat
Yep.
front tire, and it was brand new. Okay, so now I'm a 100% ghetto kid. Christmas was whatever the church brought us. You know, we were poor.
Yeah.
There was no money at my house, and for whatever reason, my mom brought me to this dirt bike place. Probably because I heckled her when we drove past it to go do whatever it was we were doing. Please let me stop there and look at a dirt bike, please. Stopped there, looked at this bike. It was awesome. I want that bike. We don't have money for a bike like that, of course. Drive home. On the way home, they see that dirt bike that I showed you a picture of. A Suzuki DR100. I think it was an 82 or an 84. I don't remember. And I went home.
I think it was way cool.
Nah, I was pissed off, but I was stupid. I was so pissed off. That bike that I sent you a picture in is a first place trophy winning bike in a motocross. And it's not a CR80. It's not a YZ80. But I effed up some mofos on track with that bike because what I had was grip. These kids couldn't go around a corner. They couldn't go. They might be doing triples, but I was cutting the tops off of the triples. I was using triples as like moguls. I didn't even jump them. Got to the next one. It was the funniest shit. But then I did FTR races, and that's FTR races is a 6 to 11 mile lap in the forest. It's in the forest. I mean, I'm talking. You've probably seen these on TV. Trees.
I had a buddy. I had a buddy that he used to do a bunch of them. We used to go there, and yeah, it's crazy.
And you start across from your bike. You'd have to run over there, jump on it, kickstart it, and you go. And you do that lap, and then you come out in front of the grandstand. You pop a wheelie. You throw a leg out in the air. Bam, bam, bam. You got your leg up in the air. You're flipping off somebody in the pit and shit when you go by just to make the crowd all, wow, yeah. You get around that corner, you're like, you're all beat up from that 11-mile circuit. That's the worst in the world. You come in last place. But even the last place person, because who knows what place who's in because it's such a long track that when you're you don't know. So even the last place guy that's 8 miles but lapped 3 times by the other guys, he's still coming out with one wheel in the air and his foot out. it's funny.
People don't realize how exhausting that shit is, to go ride on a track or to go free ride up in the mountains, when you go off trail.
I wouldn't be able to
beat you to death.
I wouldn't be able to do nothing tomorrow. If I went riding right now, I wouldn't be able to. Well, my arms would not be ready for it.
No, I'd spend all day sleeping and be sore. I'd be like, oh, God. I mean, I felt like that after days when I used to ride regularly. It's like when you had, a hell of a weekend, it was like, Jesus, you felt it for days.
Well, once I got into the street bikes, that's when the real shit starts. And
see, I never rode a street bike because, I wrecked my dirt bike on the street, which that kind of spoiled that. But it's just not enough people pay attention to the motorcycles, man. It just
every single day. So if you think about getting a motorcycle, every single day somebody tried to kill me. Granted, I was in Florida most of the time riding. Every single day somebody tried to cut in front of me off. Yeah. Another guy motorcycle fly by, rip my freaking ankle off with his peg. Another motorcycle guy, like every day somebody tried to kill me. And when I tell, like my son, I grew up on 2 wheels since I was 10.
Yeah.
I had a bike. And my son only had a dirt bike where he just kind of putted around the yard a little bit, and he wants his motorcycle license right now. And I'm like, you know what? You just don't. You're not ready for that. Yeah. When you have a motorcycle license, I don't go the same way every day home from work. Say, go a different way every day because you get real complacent on that in a car. You get real complacent. I've been through this intersection 1,000 times, and nobody's ever hit me. So why would I bother looking? And when you're on a bike,
exactly,
there ain't no leeway. That's the end game. So I always kind of go a different direction home or something like that to kind of make my mind be aware of everything. It's dangerous business, especially when your kid wants to do it. All right, so rack giveaway. You missed it. I'll let you know.
I was just going to say, did you see Beecher's comment? I just seen it too. It's like, no, that's still going, man.
It's still going, and if you want to get involved with it, you can jump over
Overran with tanks. Holy shit, tanks are crazy. I think I got 3 tanks in before I realized that, nope, this is not the way to go. I got to get a rack.
I could get away with tanks here because I have the room, but if I was at my house, there's no way I could do tanks. No way.
Yeah, I think I got into 3. I kept buying these little kits with pads and all the stuff you needed, so-called or whatever, and all this shit, and
good way to look.
It was like, no, if I buy 5 of these, I could have bought an actual snake rack with heat and the thermostat and everything. So I was like, I got to quit doing this.
Yeah, definitely,
You know?
Holly. Everything can kill you. And yeah, Chris, you're right as well. And trust me, deer up here are insane. We still have a
Yeah,
couple.
my brother had a great big custom chopper and shit. And it's like, I used to ask him, how many are you riding your bike? He's all, dude, are you kidding me? He's all, it's nerve wracking riding that bike because it was a really nice custom bike, you know. He said, let alone, you know, somebody wrecking into me, or he's all like, there's no way. It costs me a fortune if somebody just knocks me over. It's like, yeah, he's like, you don't get to enjoy it, I guess is what what I'm trying to say. It was crazy. He's like, no. So I never did ride on the street.
Beecher, there's 10 spots left. It's 25 people involved, and there's 10 people. There's 10 openings left. It's $100 per person, and that gets you in the raffle. So it's a 1 in 25 chance of winning a 5520 ARS, as well as a Herbstat 2 thermostat delivered to your house, brand new. Probably a 14, 15, 16 week out, build time, or processing time.
Whatever the rack place is. Yeah,
but if you're interested, you can go now over to JDI Pythons on Instagram, or you can wait a little bit when he gets in here, and we will put a link in there for that. And if he does,
something to think about too is that I think automatically, depending on where the shipping is, they're going to do one spin if we can. We're going to try to do one spin with because where the shipping is going to be different. We may save $100 shipping it here versus here. So if there is a little extra money, they're going to do another additional spin for $100 spot in the next giveaway if we have one. So, yes. I mean, even then, just to even know that you get a chance for a rack and a chance for maybe if you don't get the rack, you might get your money back or get invested into another one. That's big too, Yeah. So.
And let me tell you, everybody, if you are just thinking like, I don't really have $100 right now, and you are serious,
I probably shouldn't have spent my $100. To be honest, I probably shouldn't have right now.
About keeping snakes, ball pythons, whatever snakes, if you are really serious about that, do this.
This is hard not to do.
How much better your life and your snake's life, more importantly, are going to be. I understand a lot of you are great builders, this, that, and the other. But if you have a rack that's made out of formaldehyde, I still have them myself. Okay, I don't use them now, but I still have them, and I will use them if I ever have to quarantine or do some stuff. But formaldehyde, after long exposure for you, myself, animals, is bad. There's formaldehyde that they use.
Technically, yeah, there's
and it can be a problem. Put all that crap aside. Your building skills will not be on point with the laser cutting of these racks. Okay, your stuff is going to slide in and out the way it should. Your snakes are not going to escape. I've lost a lot of money from snakes escaping out of my crappily built racks. This is a game changer.
It is. That's what I keep saying. It's unreal.
I tell people all the time, if it's infrastructure over snake, I always go infrastructure, always, because I need to know that snake's going to still be there. I've lost.
My shit's in my throat still right now. It's like just waiting.
I'm just saying, if you're hesitant and you don't know if you should do this, listen, you might lose $100, but there's a 1 in 25 chance. That is an excellent chance for something that people save up 2-3 years to get one rack like this. Somebody might have to save.
Yeah, there's a 1 in 25 chance to get in a rack, and a 1 in 24 chance to getting your $100 back for the most part.
Right, and that $100 into the next one. And let me tell you, if this kicks off, this could be a really big deal for a lot of people. Now, if it's held at a 25 spot, which it might go up.
I need an advice. I have never really dealt with stuck eye caps. One right now that I can't get off.
Okay, well you're gonna want to go ahead and soak for the next couple of days, twice a day, 15 minutes in water that's 88 degrees.
See, I love that about you. See, you're like on that shit. I'm like, you should try this, this, or this. You're like, this is what you.
Don't be afraid after that. After do that for the next couple of days. Don't be afraid after that couple of days to go in there with your fingernail or a pair of tweezers very lightly. Their eyes are not like ours. Their eyes have a protective film that does not hurt them. Don't go gouging into them, but you can lightly get up underneath that eye cap. It's going to feel more weird for you than it is for the snake, but you can lightly do that. But I would definitely
suggest, you take like a warm rag too or something and kind of lightly get it.
I would go with the warm rag first if it's like that. But if you're not seeing any of it kind of peel up, you might not be able to get it. But definitely try the warm rag first. But even once you get it up with a warm rag, you're better off grabbing a pair of tweezers once you get a piece of it up and pulling it off that way. That way you don't push
For
the
sure.
outside in. But they're pretty durable, and it's gonna be more scary for you than it will be for the snake. So you'll be fine. Yeah, different style racks. I think there might be like even a, you know, I happen to know a couple breeders that I think people are everybody can agree pretty respectful. You know, there might even be some pretty cool snakes down the road. I might be able to get a good deal from Garrick DeMeyer on a pretty hot snake that he'd be like, well, I'll take 2,000 cash for this $3,000 snake, you know, to put that out there for a little raffle. I mean, I'm not saying he said he would do this. I'm just saying that he's done this for me before. So there's a lot of those things in the plans of these guys. These guys are brilliant, Chris and all them. They got a lot of ideas. We actually talked about this weeks ago. This deal right here, this rack deal. We actually talked about it. I was like, all right, let's do this. And then I'm glad you're doing it because it's going to help somebody out. I hope it's all of you. You know what I mean? Like, I won't be mad no matter who wins it. All the people on that list are deserving, you know? And that's
it too. I'm going to be upset, but it's like to know though that, you know, that it could change their operation as well as it could change mine. It's like, I'm happy for anybody that wins, you know, it's going to be crazy, but I want it.
Keep soaking just in your little tub. And don't be afraid to put the tiniest little drop of Dawn dish soap in there as well. That's just good for your snake.
Yep. Well, probably a hatching rack next, because that's what you'd be interested in, right?
Right. I was telling you that before the show started. That was a big thing that I could use the hatching rack as something I could actually really use another one of those, because I'll have more than 70 whatever, you know, babies hopefully, if no more work goes on around here. So that would be more helpful for me. That's one I could easily get in on. My wife kind of wanted me to get on this one, but I was like, you know what? There's a lot of people out here. They're not having a problem filling it. To be honest with you, having 10 spots open the next day, not even 24 hours later, for $100.
It's not a $10 spot kind of thing. If it was $10 a spot, it'd be full. You know,
it'd be full. It'd be done. So I think you guys are moving at pace with that. You're at pace with a $10, you know, bid in on a snake with how quickly it's filling up. And again, if you haven't done it yet, go check out JDI Pythons on Instagram. We will get a link in there.
Get a hold of Iron Dog and get a hold of any of us actually on Instagram or something, and we'll point you the right directions in the comments or
and get you in a spot.
DM.
You'll be able to pick a number that's still available. If you want to pick a number, you can be able to pick a number that's still available. I would pick 7. I think I seen 7 was available and somebody's got it already. If I were you.
Oh, and again, anybody that is in that needs a valid address to send it to, mine is available in any of my videos in the description. Just letting you know.
Yeah. You want me to store it for you? You know?
Yeah. If you just want to get in for the thrill of winning, but you really don't need the prize, I'm your guy to talk to. I'm just saying. I'm your man.
Yeah. If you didn't limit it, Chris, if you didn't limit it 1 spot per household, it would definitely be full by now. And honestly, if in a business sense, if that was the case, I would have bought 3 spots. If that was the case, I wouldn't even have done it necessarily for myself. It just would have been a sale.
Just a business factor. So
I'm glad that you're doing it that way. I think it's a lot. I don't think it always has to be that way. I mean, it depends on what it is. But this for sure, this first go around, and maybe in the future, it might be a good way to keep everything organized. Everybody wants a fair chance. And how fun is it if I get 3 spots in there and then I win it and then it sits in a box because I don't need it? And then people are sitting there that were in on it to put $100 of their money in going, man, I'd be using that right now. And his jerk offs.
Yeah, it already been built. It already been heated up, you know, everything.
And there's just resentment because it's just sitting there getting dusty in the corner over there. And I keep complaining around it.
I have to say, I would be a little upset if I knew that you had that rack and it was just in the box.
And then they are making it like,
I'd be like,
keep stubbing my toe in this stupid rack over here in this dumb box. And you'd be like, shut up, I wish I was stubbing my toe in that box. Yeah, it ain't no fun.
Of course, you know, if you were in 300, I'd have to offer you 9, you know.
Well, Chapier, just know that there will be other ones. There will be other ones. And I think it's a great thing. And I'm pretty sad. Also, keep in mind, too, that any excess money left over, there will be a second place person that gets $100 bid into their next, whatever it is. Might be a hatchling rack next. Also, there's a $100 gift card for whoever wins off of an Ajax from
Oh, that's right.
JDI Pythons. And I didn't want to forget that because I haven't seen them come in here. And I don't want them thinking that I slack. I hear everything. I remember everything. I just don't sometimes verbally put it out the right way. This time I think I got it.
Well, yeah, it's, it is kind of good because, I mean, because even then, I mean, if somebody was looking into a rack, they could come in and buy 10 spots and still be, and say $1,500, if they got it,
Right.
Like
right.
some people will take that gamble, I can't do it. But
I'll tell you
this
what.
to me, I'm gonna be pissed anyway. I'll be like, damn, that's a frog. That's another frog I could have had. I'll be mad at myself when I'm done. But it's all right. It's good for the community.
Yeah, don't be, because this is a good chance. And listen, you might miss out on this one. Get in on the next one. If you're serious about doing this, if you're not serious about doing this, then I get it. But if you're serious about keeping snakes correctly without the worry, having a leg up on things, having the security of knowing that every panel is the same exact length and is set at the same exact watt and set up the same exact way, not easy to do from us on engineers who put our racks together. We don't know the exact watts going in because not all of us are testing the wires to see what watts are coming out of them. I had the tester and I didn't even test them. You know what I mean? These things are already, they're proven. Like, that's the thing. They're proven.
Well, yeah, and then they're in heat panels too, which it's just going to distribute more evenly throughout the heat panel itself, and everything.
And efficiently. So, your cost is going to be even way better than my 1.5 foot long piece right here. The next one down might be an inch longer. My next one down might be an inch shorter. That's all confusing wattage going to us, and none of them are getting the exact same temperature as the other. That's the biggest part of this stuff. If you're wanting to breed and stuff, that's a big part of it. Keeping your temperatures and your humidity. Without that, you're not breeding. You know that guy that's on Instagram that always does lives, that always tells you how to do this, that, and the other, that you guys brought to my attention, and he keeps them at 100 degrees? This is why this guy ain't got no eggs.
Exactly, yeah.
Because he's not regulating his shit. And he probably couldn't, even if he tried. But with these racks, your life is going to get easier. Your cleaning is going to get faster, easier. Your snakes are going to be happier. It's going to suck for you. You're not.
Well, you still have to program it to be at the right temperature, though.
Yeah.
Just to be safe with people.
Yeah, this thing
you have to program it. Yeah.
You're not going to plug it in and it's just going to do its thing. You got to have a.
Well, no, I just meant for the 100 degrees. You can still make the thermostat read 100 degrees. You just got to know to not make it 100 degrees.
That's true. And I'm glad you said it. That's a video that this person, who is a horrible person, he tried to use as a catalyst. I made a mistake. I'm looking at my thermostat that says 93 degrees, but I know my belly heat is 88 degrees.
Exactly. Yeah.
When I did the video, I'm looking at the thermostat, talking about, I'm so quick, I know everything I'm doing. I'm such a slickster that I'm just going to spit this out because I'm good. I was getting a lot of views, a lot of traffic coming at the time, big swollen head. I'm like, yeah, this is how you breed snakes, blah, 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 belly heat at 93 degrees, this, that, and the other, because I'm looking at the thermostat. Belly heat 88 degrees. 93 degrees is probably going to burn up the sperm, cook the sperm, and you're going to have slow. So that's how easy it is to F up somebody's whole breeding season because they were watching Jupiter, their awesome favorite snake guy who started out where they started out, and now look where he's at. He's in a shop. Now, I didn't have a shop at the time, but I was getting a lot of press because of the people I was around.
Yeah.
I said that and made a mistake. Now, immediately somebody called me out on it, and I recognized it, and I took that video down, made a video saying, hey, oops, I made this mistake. But it doesn't matter. See, it's funny. Nobody remembers all the good shit you do. They always remember the bad.
Exactly.
And it doesn't matter. Like with Zach right now, I feel bad because I messed with him, and I do feel bad about that. And I'm always going to feel bad about that. But you know what I mean? But it's simple to mess up something. You know what I mean? It really is simple to mess up something. So you got to be careful. You don't want to just.
Oh yeah. Well, that's like my channel. I got a few feeding videos or something. It was like, I think it was at the time or something. Somebody's all like, "Oh, I seen your channel. I seen that gross video that you did," and I was like, "So out of 120 videos, you happen to stumble on one of the 20? They're in a whole different category. and you judge my whole channel off of that. It's like, you know, you couldn't have found the other 100 content videos that are there. You know, it's like you couldn't have found one of those.
We've talked for the show's going long. I talked about sticker giveaways. Right now, I want to do sticker giveaway.
What's with all the animals in the? We got worms, scorpions, flies, trees. I don't know. There's little emojis.
Chat or something too, and I didn't see it. I'm sorry. Thank you. I don't follow it on StreamYard as well as I do on the YouTube, and I don't have the YouTube up. So thank you if I missed it. If not, then that's okay. But I was trying to get a game show for like this month, but it wouldn't be much of a game show. There's only like $60-something in the fund. So I am working on a new one, and we are doing a new game. I don't know if I told you all about this, but we're definitely gonna do it's gonna be a deal or no deal. So it'll be a spin off of that, but it'll be envelopes instead of briefcases because I can't afford 20-something briefcases, but it'll be a ton of fun.
Oh, deal or no deal be cool.
So that's gonna be a cool game we're gonna throw in on the next game show giveaway. If you don't know what I'm talking about, every now and then do game show giveaway where we just do a bunch of little game show. I made a Planko Stako board and what other games? Some punch out games and other. I've always come up with some corny stuff. It's corny. It's just fun. It's just fun.
It's fun.
And you win cool shit. Yeah, and you win cool stuff. It's simple.
Hold the scorpion, Justin. No, it's not gonna. That thing is just. I see again. I think the more times I mess with it, the more it's pissed off. It was one of them animals that just wanted to be left alone, and I went to poke at it because everybody thinks it's cool, and now it's even more pissed off. It's just the emperor scorpion, but it's like a devil emperor.
Okay. Here's how you tame your emperor scorpion. I've done a lot of stupid stuff in my day. I had some scorpions, had some baby scorpions. Learned that moms will eat the baby scorpions, so at a certain point you got to take them out of there.
Well, oh yeah, they're all about survival. It's not about saving the baby; it's about saving them.
We're all hanging out together like the Partridge Family. Most of you probably don't even know who that is, but that isn't the case. They will eat them. Even though I was like, well, such a good mom. Look at this good mom. They're on her back. She walks around, hangs out with them. That's a good mom. Bad mom. Bad mom.
Bad mom.
If you learn that, they're real easy. I mean, they're real easy to care for. But listen, here's what you do. Okay? You take your...
I'm ready.
All right? I'm telling you. You take a pencil. All right? You stick it right in front of them. About 2 inches in front of them. Okay? So it's going to be hard to do this, but you take a pencil, stick it about 2 inches in front of him. So say he's right here long ways, right? And you got it in front of him, right? When you push this in here, just keep it there and turn it, twist it back and forth just a little bit. Not all the way around. Don't make a lot of noise in the dirt. Just twist it a little bit, okay? He's going to look at it. While he's looking at it, you reach in with your other hand behind him, and you grab him by lower towards the base of his tail, trying to kind of crimp his little stinger up in the top, which his stinger you've seen is not super pointy. It's not, there's a lot pointier out there, trust me. You grab it from there, pick it up lightly, then take your other hand and lay him down there. There's never been a scorpion, keep your hand flat, there's never been a scorpion that has ever reached over their tail and stung the ground that they're walking on. Promise you.
Right. See, but now I'll try it. But as soon as I do the pencil thing, it's going to pinch it and sting it like instantly. I mean, that's how pissed off this scorpion is.
Well, that's why I want you to keep it away. Then keep it a little bit farther than two
A little bit further?
Keep it away a little bit farther. Because you just want to get its attention. Blue, come. Stop barking.
Kurtwood. There you go. 226,888.
No, you're not going to bark at the drunks. The bar across the street.
Don't bark at the drunks.
They all go outside to smoke their cigarettes, so she sits over there and barks at them the whole time. And then they sit over there all drunk making faces at her because, what else do you do?
I will give it a try for sure.
They will.
Welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, Derek. I appreciate you, brother.
Jesus, see? It's a habit. I'm like, thank you, Derek Reptile.
Yeah, thank you. Hey, I'm going to leave now.
We appreciate you. Yeah, I got this. I got it. You
have a quota of at least $150 if you don't mind. I got to put the dog in the cupboard.
We got a quota? Quota?
$100, please. I'll be back in about 20. Blue, come.
All right, everybody. We need to raise $100 so Uper could have a decent game show. Well, you got a bunch already. You got some super chats and 3 new members, I think. That's pretty good.
You got her or no?
See, now if the drunks or crackheads walk by, that's when I let my dog bark at them. And it's like, and then if like a kid walks by or a mom with walking some kids or something like that, then he's not allowed to bark. And he knows the difference too. It cracked me up. There was the neighbor guy was working and he was all Cujo, just barking like crazy. And the little girl walked up and said, "Oh, it's a puppy." And he started wagging his tail. It was all crazy. So he knows better.
Stay.
Bark at the crackhead. Don't bark at the children.
My dog's a freaking nut, just barks at everybody. But yeah. Squirrels, chipmunks, loves them.
Oh, see, now you're getting shit. They're going to name your orange chair.
Sticker giveaway. I don't know how well I'm going to be able to keep up with this. My son took off, went downstairs to play pool. I'm going to do my best to keep up with numbers.
Can you Instagram me? If you Instagram me the number, I can help you look. I won't be involved. Yeah.
I think I can. Dog.
I didn't know if you were streaming. Oh, you don't stream on your phone anyway, huh? You use the computer, don't you?
Yeah, I can't. Man, I could barely. You know how hard it was for me to open up that stupid Safari, and it would not let me do it on Google. So
yeah, that's what's weird. I've had a lot of people have trouble with that. It's kind of a weird deal with the iPhones and shit.
Oh man, these stickers are a curse. I can't even jump on to Instagram without getting a request from somebody I don't know. Sticker swap. I haven't even promoted it.
I love the sticker swap. I know I got people too that mentioned in my story. Kirkwood.
All right, I just sent you the number on the gram.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Do me another favor, Justin, and just put the sirens in because I don't have a phone. Yep. I don't on my phone.
Yep. Let me grab them.
Figure that out.
Whenever you're ready, let me know.
All right, yeah. Whenever you're ready, go ahead. After you see that, 1 through 75. 1 through 75. When we see the number, somebody will want a sticker. We'll do that a few times. Everybody's out snow drifting right now or on the. I have to put the camera over this way in a minute. So whenever you're ready.
All right. They're in there.
All right, cool. So yeah, 1 through 75 is the numbers, and whoever hits that number first will be the winner of 2 of my new stickers. So it'll be original sticker and my new sticker. All right, we got it already. Already.
You already seen it? Oh, well,
yep.
I didn't get it that fast.
Oh, I got the big screen.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Just gonna double check it.
Double check.
Yeah, it was quick. Wow. Headhunter Exotics, email me, goingemail.com, your address, and we will ship you out. I will ship you out some stickers, not we, but we.
Headhunter was the first one.
So I will ship you out a sticker. We're going to do this again a few times just because that was so damn quick. The same rule. You see the sirens from Justin, my animal's house. Matter of fact, the first 2 people. So Headhunter Exotics, you not only won 2 of my stickers, but you also won 1 of my Animal House's stickers that I have right here. So, I have a couple extra. So this next person is also going to win a 3-pack of stickers, including a My Animal House sticker as well. So as soon as you see the sirens, we'll go again. Same numbers, 1 through 45. I'm going to send you the number again. Actually,
I was just going to say, yeah, you got to send me the number.
I was going to say, I'll send you the number. The number's 1 through 75, so we'll just do that right there. I think that's a good one. And then whenever you're ready and you see the sirens, you all can go 1 through 75. And this is for a 3-pack stickers, 2 of mine, 1 of my Animal House.
Yeah, you're seeing the numbers faster than me, so I'm kind of a double check.
I'm not seeing any numbers right now.
Well, we got some.
None of my numbers are going, so now I don't even know if somebody's already hit it or not.
Oh, there we go.
All right.
Let me double check before I say a name, but let me go back and check.
Yeah, it wasn't going on my StreamYard. I should have flipped it over beforehand. I pick numbers that people get quick.
Yeah, it should be Derek Reptiles, 67, right?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. Should be Derek Reptiles.
That's what I got.
Back and double checked. Yep. Derek Reptiles, you are a winner.
Okay, I'm going to go back and also mod some of these people because they've been around for a while, and I don't notice that again on StreamYard. You don't notice those
I
names.
just looked over at my computer and I seen a bunch of gray names, and I was like, man, I should give him shit about that.
You definitely did.
Then you just said, I'm going to go make some mods, so that worked out pretty good.
I'm sorry. I thought for sure that Chris would have busted my balls about it. Like, what's his problem? Really slacking.
Well, I just have. See, right now there's a bunch of blue names in there, but when I looked over at the time, it was just gray ones. I was like, oh, there's a bunch.
All right, now
But
just
no,
click them.
congrats,
I will
congrats,
go
congrats.
stuff out to make sure.
Oh, damn, look at this. Hour and 12 minutes.
Derek
The Ute show
Reptiles.
is going long.
Derek Reptiles might have been first on that.
He was. That's what I said. Derek Reptiles got it.
Derek Reptiles. Okay.
Yep.
All right, make sure you email me, Derek Reptiles, goinguper@gmail.com, both of y'all, your addresses, and send them out.
He's way behind. I had to double check twice and then announce that shit, and he's still over there looking.
Hey, look, I was worried. I messed
I know
enough.
it's hard sometimes when you see the numbers and then I feel bad. That's why I didn't want to announce the name yet. I told Trish that too. We got to start. We'll just when you see the number, we'll just say stop and then we'll double check and then say the name.
Yeah. And I'm not even seeing all the chat over here for some reason on the StreamYard side of it. But that's okay. That's okay. I'll catch it. I always go back through and watch later on.
No, I double checked. I'm 99% sure it was Derek Reptile. So if anybody's seen a 67 before that, let us know. Sure.
Awesome. Send it in. And again, anybody who doesn't win any stickers at all, you can always just send me a self-addressed stamped envelope, because then I won't have to mess with your stuff. You can email me for my address and send me a self-addressed stamped envelope. Say that 3 times fast. And I will mail you out a couple stickers. So, and I also have stickers going out to people that I owe stickers to. And
I checked yesterday, and not today, but I checked yesterday. I still haven't got your stickers.
Well, I sent it out again for sure, and they'll get to you sooner or later. I know a few people have gotten them already. I know I've sent Heather's out too, but I don't think she got hers yet.
I'll run by there tomorrow after work.
All right, thank you, Headrun. I'll check it out on Instagram then.
Sent you my info on Instagram. Right on. He likes an email though.
Yeah,
it's all about business.
Headhunter, you got to go out and collect cans or something. Get in on that rack deal with your luck, man. Whatever the issue is, you got to get in on it.
I know. Yeah, come up with the $100. Damn it. Yeah, he wins shit all the time. It's crazy how certain people do.
I'm sorry, my friend. Let me jump over because I didn't mod him up either. Marino Morris has a really heck of a big giveaway going on right now as well. I don't know him real well myself. I've just started following him, but he's got a lot of cool stuff. Definitely.
DEA wants to know where his stickers are at.
Check it out. DEA, yours should be there too.
He said, where's my stickers?
Yours should be there too. If not, I got more coming in tomorrow, so I'll send more out. But I think I sent you out
Frank, if you're going to delete the message, don't write it the first time.
Yeah, Frank, leave the message up there, man. Nobody's into fishing what Frank's up to right now. We love you, but we're not interested in working hard, you know? We just
we don't want to put a lot of work into it.
Exquisite Exotics, thank you for stopping in. Daryl Holly, I don't know if you know about the raffle that we were just talking about, but you might want to check it out. It's legit and it's protected and it's all good to go. If you have room or want a 5520 ARS rack, check out Pythons. He's part of the group, part of the whole clique. Him, Iron Dog, and as well as My Animal House are behind it as well.
I'm just on the side of it. I have nothing to do with running it. I'm just part of the Iron Animal Show. That's why the only thing I got to do with it.
If it goes well, he had thought it up and was the brainchild. If it falls apart, it's whoever the newest guy's fault is. Who's the newest guy? That's JDI. It's your fault, JDI. I like you, but it has to be your fault.
It's always the new guy's fault, yeah, for sure. And he's an Instagrammer too, so he's getting blamed right away. You know what I'm saying? He's like, it's all his fault. No, he's a solid dude. That's why we're doing it. And again, you know, anybody that if you see any of these kind of giveaways, you know, in the future, buyer beware. Make sure you know the people that you're getting in with, because if people smell money, it brings out the crackheads, and everybody wants to try to scam a buck. So if you see any other deals like this, make sure you know who's doing it before you get in.
Please,
for sure.
Please be careful. This is a big deal. This is why I was a little worried when they first started talking about it, because that's a lot of money. You know what I mean? Not every $100. You're spending $100 that you've been saving for some other stuff. It was a goal, and you're like, look, this is a good chance. It's worth the risk. And I would never say that. You guys don't even know. I'm not a gambler like that. It is worth the risk. Coming from what I was dealing with for years with Rex to this.
A 1 in 25 is pretty decent. I mean,
it would be silly not to. This could, I mean, to have a boost in your whole thing. I mean, a boost. Not, hey, you want a snake from Uper or you want a snake from, you know, My Animal.
And then the rippled effect as well, because it like if I won it, then the net benefits right off the bat. because she's got her little reptile kingdom in there, and then she's going to get in, the racks that I'm not using are going to get shifted right to it.
And
So
everybody, I'm sure everybody's going to do that. Everybody's going to play it forward to somebody you won't have.
Exactly. So,
and even if not, I'm going to be honest with you. There's probably a lot of you in here that don't properly quarantine. And I don't know if you do, of course, so I couldn't say names. But a lot of you probably don't properly quarantine because you probably don't have a proper setup to do so. Now, I have my old rack that I can use to quarantine. I can quarantine 30-something animals, 40-something animals because I got rid of the other racks by now. But I could do that if I needed to. Might not be a bad idea to keep one of your old racks sitting around for quarantine and then practicing good quarantine practices, which is good. It will change everything. This rack will change everything for y'all. It really would. And like I said, if there's more than one spot open, because I don't like to gamble, I like to gamble on more sure things. If they were allowed more spots, we were at 600. If we were losing 600 for the chance to win something of that expense. And I know because I bought 3 of them last year. They're not cheap.
No, that's the thing.
Game changing, amazing.
I keep saying that it is. It's game changing. It's like, I mean, even for like me, it's like it's videos. It's it's better care for the animals. It's better for the channel in a whole. It's all the way around, everything.
And I'll tell you this too. If you want to breed, you want to serious, and I don't agree with this, but this is how we are as people. This is how humans are. When you look at my snake that I have for sale in my rack, or the picture I take is in with the built-in cup holder and the nice little cup thing, and I take my picture of my snake and I put it on Morph Market, that snake is going to sell before the snake that I used to post on there with my clear old Walmart Sterlite tub. Nothing wrong with it, everybody.
I never thought about that, but that's a good point.
I'm just telling you, on a business side of it, this is what people are looking at. And not you're still going to sell your stuff no matter what reg you got, because people are there to buy. I'm telling you, you will sell your stuff. That's why we're all cool with each other. We all know there's enough cake to go around. There is. People will buy your stuff. 90% of the people buy my stuff, I don't even know who they are, and they're first-time buyers of snakes. They just somehow found out about Morph Market, and I'm selling them a snake. I go over everything with them. A lot of emails, of course, to teach them this, that, and the other. But it's amazing. But those racks, that's another part of it. Business side of it. People see that. They're like, ooh.
Well, just visually, they see a rack like that. They think that you're business right off the bat.
And that's all it is, 100%. You might be a slop jockey and not know nothing. You might be running your temps at 100 trying to breed your females, and you might have a really cool rack. But it doesn't matter. People are going to watch that, and they're going to be more tending to buy from that because of what they see. It isn't right, but it is what we do. We all do it. So
it's true, yeah.
So it will help you in a lot of ways.
Well, they say you buy with your eyes before you buy with anything else. It's like you see what you're gonna do.
Sorry, there we've had to block Frank. Hey Frank, if you're still listening, I don't know if you can listen after I blocked you, but nobody wants to hear about your pity party. I don't make videos crying about how I might have a certain issue wrong with me in my life and that I might not live for another 10 years. I don't get on here and make these videos and do all that stuff and say things like that so that you all can watch my channel and be bummed out. I like people coming to my channel to enjoy themselves, to be happy. And if we got to read your comments about, hey, just delete me, hey, just block me, or hey, bye forever, you think I care about that, man? I like people as people. Don't use me as some sort of tool. Don't do it. Stupid, man. I've stuck up nonstop. All right? Don't mess with me like that. I'm not into pity parties. My kids would clown you right now if they seen that. If they were here, like, oh man, you serious?
And to top that off, there's a ton of people that would rather see the knowledgeable bug guy in that side of Frank.
And that's what Frank
more. That's what we'd love to see.
He's a good guy. He's a good dude. He just doesn't have self-control. Super a lot of knowledge that could help out so many people right here. And as soon as he gives you a little bit of that knowledge, he just goes a little too far. And I'm okay with the too far, if I'm being honest. But what I'm not okay with is you using my platform to pity party yourself or to get back in somebody's graces. Because I can tell you right now, Justin likes you, Chris likes you, Heather probably don't like you anymore, but you called her a B. You know, chicks don't like
Well,
that.
yeah. Well, it was all good. It got worse and worse and worse, and then it just,
But don't do that right now, man. I've been seeing you doing that on other people's stuff, and you know, bye forever. I don't do that, man. That's crybaby Bill's crap. That's
attention whore. That's what he is.
I don't do that, dude. And I like you. I think you got a lot to offer. I hope you are enough to take what I'm saying right now. I don't mean to call you out in front of people, but if you're willing to do it on my stuff, then I feel I can say it. And you're blocked anyway.
For sure.
Nobody wants to see that. But don't do that, man. I don't got respect for that. I've always respected you. Yeah, but don't do that. Don't use my channel to mollywop people into feeling bad about this, that, or the other. And if you cry wolf 1,000 times, people are just going to say he must have meant something else when he said that, because, you know, you just never know. And if you do it all the time, you know, people are just going to be like, oh, well, how many times can we stick up for him? All right. Sorry. All right. Enough said. I don't mean to go that way. I don't mean to go off.
And a good bug guy in the community is very useful. So
yeah,
we didn't mind you being the bug guy. We kind of like that, but
respected it. 100%.
We can only go so far too. And we talked about this before. Is we got to think about it too. Is like some of the clips that you've posted and some of the things you say. We got to realize that YouTube sees that. It's not even what the other subscribers see. Is what YouTube sees. We need to worry about. And that's kind of where I was more freaked out. You know, you cross the line sometimes when you say some shit, but hey, everybody kind of jokes around, has their side. But in the end, it's still a business.
On my channel, dude, we're gonna have a serious problem, because I would never even look at a video like that, for one, and I don't want no algorithm picking up some crap that, you know, like that. It's, even if it don't work like that, I just don't want it. It's not right. I'm sorry. I don't mean to make a spectacle out of this, but at the same time, you posting that stuff in here, it's been talked about. I'm not having it. And I like you, and I mean that, and we can be friends tomorrow like this never happened. But
right on, Derek. So I got bugs. You know, how many streams can you hear when somebody says I got bugs and nobody freaks out? You know what I mean?
Guy, super fun, super funny. He just can't control himself, man. I walk that line, dude, for a reason. I respect these people, and I want to be friends with them tomorrow. So I try not to take the chance of saying something that might be too offensive. I know better than call any lady a bitch. Any of them. Sorry, they don't have the funny bone. You can call me a dick.
Especially pinpointing. It's like, you know.
They don't have that kind of a funny bone when it comes to the B word, you know, or the C word for that matter. So don't use that one either. They really hate the T one, but you don't even know what that is. Don't ever use it.
Well, you know, if you were like I said before, if you like come into the room, what's up, bitches? You know, it's one thing. But if you just say specifically to one person, you're a
stop being a bitch. You know, or you're just a bitch or whatever. We can't have it. We just can't have it. Regardless, Heather, take care of herself. I'm not worried about that. Like, I don't have to sit there and say, oh, Frank, you're a jerk. You said that to Heather. Heather took care of herself. She can take care of herself. But like you were saying, YouTube looks at that stuff too. I don't want that.
They do. It's almost like, you know, somebody else is pissing off your boss, you know, like
I don't want
earlier. It's crazy.
Right? Yeah, I don't want somebody hanging out and, you know, we got people in here that might not want to see a dead baby in the sink or some shit. You know what I mean? And
that video right there was,
they're going to form an opinion on me that my buddies do that. My buddies don't do that.
No, that could be.
All right, we're done. That was stupid talk anyway.
Amazon tree, bro, is a major B word. Well, yeah, you could. No, yeah, we all, everybody's got that one snake that's the bitch. It's all good. You know, and it's funny too, because when we were watching, who was it? I don't know, it was one of the female channels. And it's funny how we always call it, you know, if it's a female or not, it's like, man, they're being a bitch today or something. And it was funny on her side to say that they were being the D, you know. It was like, I don't know if you can say that word, but I'll get in trouble, but, you know, he's a dick and this and that and all this. And it was just funny to see, you know, the woman keeper was like opposite of, you know, they were all assholes instead of bitches. It was funny.
Okay, I'm just going to run over and steal JDI Python's Instagram info in case he doesn't show up in here, and we leave.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. If you get a hold of any of us, get a hold of me on Instagram, and I'll direct you the right way. I'm not involved with taking any names or any money or anything, but I can help direct you to the right people who are, you know, and they have all the rules and all that kind of shit. So.
I can't even put his link in there right now. Oh, hey, Derek. I see you left a message. You must not be following me on my Instagram, you bum. You too, headhunters. You follow me on Instagram? Yeah, you are.
Well, there's an Instagram link. Iron Dog's got sent the Instagram link for Jeremy Davis, which I'm assuming is JDI. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is JDI.
Awesome. Thank you
So.
so much, Chris. I appreciate that.
Yeah, because that, man, it is big. It's like you hear game changer and it's $100, but it's like, man, the $100 versus you're basically because you know what, we can all fight. Oh, I like this. I can make a home. You know, like he was saying, we're all carpenters in our own mind and all this shit. We're all going to end up with a freedom breeder or or ARS eventually. So it's like, if you can get one now for $100, it's like you save $2,400. Think of the snake you could buy with that $2,400 that you saved because you got that rack for $100.
Do you know how
Think
heavy
about that. It's like
that same size melamine rack would be?
oh yeah, and it's got casters. I mean, this is with everything: bigger heat tape, thermostat, a nice one. You know, dual.
You don't do a proper
shit.
job on your snakes because you can't move that rack around and get to all the components and do all the things and checking all your heat tapes and making sure they're all right. That stuff is all in the past. Like it's just all gravy and easy.
Yeah, you just kind of roll it out, look, and
begging you that if you can scrape up the $100 and you have a plan of breeding or being some sort of small business of this, try and do this. I don't make nothing on this. I'm not making shit on this. I promise you. I'm not even involved. But as of having these racks for almost a year now, coming from my built ones, I've never done a review on these racks because it'd be embarrassing. It'd be embarrassing to how bad my building skills were compared to these racks. Like these are game everywhere.
Well, yeah, and even me, like I'm not, I'm not trying to be a big breeder, just projects. Even for a project guy, this is the cleanest, most consistent everything. Even for just a project breeder, or a keeper. It's
breed, put your $100 in and try and get this rack. If you want to breed in your own
shit
built and stuff, go ahead. It's hard to get all. Say you have 4 females that are gravid and you need to keep their belly heat 88, 89 degrees, but your level up here is at 80, is at 92, and the one below the gravid ones is at 80, 86. So how do you fix that for 5 females? How do you get 5 females at the perfect temperature when you have one thermostat on your homemade rack with variables because of the length of your flex watt or whatever it is? I mean,
well, that's even
I did for years, but take out all the headaches is what you're doing.
Yeah, even the PVCs that I have from Tallgrass, both racks, the bottom 2 tubs on both racks are always like a degree or 2 degrees different from the top 2 or the top 3. And it's weird. And you ask them about it. Oh no, they should all be the exact same temperature. But if you read in like a bunch of the reviews, everybody asks, why are the bottom 2? Why are the bottom 2 different? And it's like,
well, you're always going to have that grading, but it's way worse with your own cutout pieces of flex watt.
Yeah.
Aren't the right size. Even an inch difference or a little bit off, the difference is different wattages, and it's a different electrical cord. And your cords, if you got a cord going from your first row, say each one of your racks has individual cord, like I do it, instead of jumping them and bridging them, because then you get really messed up variations in your temperature. But say each cord, where does the camera work? Say each cord has its own cord. Now this first cord is 2 foot long. This second cord is 2 foot long. The third cord is 3 foot long. The fourth cord is 4 foot long. The fifth cord now is because I'm getting farther away or whatever it is. But now you're having a different energy. You have different power going through these lines to these different pieces. They're not going to have the same temperature or close enough to it. So I
think that's a big problem with doing that whole loopy thing. It's like, because, anything can only power something for so long, like in Christmas lights. You plug one in and then plug in another one, they dim down a little bit. You plug in another one, it dims down a little bit more, and it's like, so it's like it robs the power, like, tries to distribute it out. So it's like,
the low wattage and low watts travel fairly well, but having that difference in length is a difference in it changes everything. Everything's easier. It really is. It really is.
No, this rack opportunity, like I said, I probably shouldn't have spent the money. I've been saving up for something else, but it's like with this opportunity, it's like, man, I got it.
I'm glad you did. And I think other people that are in the position as you that were like, you know what, I probably shouldn't do this. I probably shouldn't do this. Listen, if it isn't going to get your power shut off and your kids are still going to be able to have dinner.
Well, yeah, exactly. No, yeah. I wouldn't risk anything like that. But yeah,
if it is that, throw your $100 in the pot. It's worth losing it. You will smile no matter who wins. I promise you. because whoever
and that's why I wanted it to stay more with, you know, closer, because I want to enjoy who wins it. You know, even if it's not me, I want to see the enjoyment in their face.
Smiling like crazy too, because he's going to be the happiest cat here. Yeah, he's going to do a dance for sure. I know he will.
Oh, Jesus.
I know he will. All right, let's do another sticker giveaway real quick for one more person to get a sticker.
Damn, look at you show, an hour and a half. Yeah.
And you know, you guys are always saying, I always watch your stuff, and I don't know why you guys do this to me, but you guys are always saying, oh yeah, so and so's got a live this day, so and so's got a live that day, so and does. Well, Jason's got one, but he does fine. Yeah, and then my live's tomorrow night. Every time.
Well, it is true, but yeah.
I get the same amount of views as you guys. Exactly. I get the same amount of.
You're your own rock star, though. You're your own rock star.
Less. But I don't think that
It's noted. It's noted. We do got to promote everybody's show equally. That's true.
You guys don't love me, man.
No, it's not. It's because you need less. I think maybe like I don't know. You're going to get a good crowd regardless if we shout you out or not. You know, it's like
no. You know what it is? This is what it is. I get about the same as you guys get.
A little bit, rock star.
But a little bit less. I don't go as long as you guys do. So I think a lot of people can come in real quick and say hi that way because I don't go as long.
And I said that once too. It's easier to pop in and say hi when you know that you're not going to be there for 3 hours. You know, it does help.
For another hour or so, I would get another run of people coming in because you know a lot of the people out west aren't getting on until a little bit later too. And I know that I miss out on all of that stuff. So, but it's okay.
That's what's really hard too, is to try to get a good time to where you can catch the most amount of people. You know, it's kind of weird. You know.
Well, this is the time. 7 o'clock is the time. If for you guys, I don't think 7 o'clock is the perfect time for me. So I don't know. We're out to see. And also, people understand. Somebody asked me, he's like, "Hey, I was thinking about doing a live on Thursdays." Y'all feel that you do a live whenever you want. Whenever you want. I'll shout y'all out like you're not stepping on my toes, but I'm not stepping on yours either. So I know some people are like, "Oh, I'll do a live, but Youper's live took up." Well, I've been doing this live, and I'm there every Thursday, and I try to show up every Thursday. I don't think I've missed.
And I try to tell people too. It's like it doesn't matter what you do, but just pick a day and just adapt to it and just go with it, because it's like there's gonna be some overlaps. It doesn't matter, you know. It's like
well, I don't mind hearing it, but don't complain about you're not getting subscribers and you don't get the views that maybe Iron Dog Reptiles and Iron Animal Show or maybe my show gets on a live and you don't get those views. The one thing that we are doing that is probably the only thing I'm doing right is the consistency of my lives.
It's huge. Consistency is huge.
If you say you're going to be there Thursday, people make arrangements for Thursday.
Yeah.
And if you say 20 minutes before you go on, this isn't just about Todd. I know he's probably thinking, hey, it's me. Just so happens you.
Todd, this is on you.
We love you. But you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that.
Seriously,
because I literally will make plans around you guys' show.
Well, you know? That's like you the other night when God, what was he going to go on a Sunday or something? And you were going to come on his live, I think. You were going to bop on his live. And I was like, well, if Youper, you know, raids the show and goes on, then maybe I will too. And then I think he ended up going like a whole hour early that day and nobody joined him. It was like, because I thought he was going a whole hour later. Because
he decided to go live early, but don't
early.
But
exactly,
listen,
So
that's why it's not because we're not promoting y'all's stuff, or not Todd's and stuff. I'm saying in general, it's not because people ain't promoting you. But
I try to share everybody's shit. I don't always. I forget. But I mean,
it's important. I got to do better at it. I try to share you guys' stuff as much as possible. My schedule's. I don't know what you guys got going on. I got little kids at home still. Not little kids. I think that's what it is. Because my days are so packed. Like my wife still says, I don't know how you do your lives every Thursday. I thought that was only going to last a few weeks. I'm like, no, this community ain't gonna let me go nowhere, and I don't want to go nowhere. You know, I'm out Thursday.
Yeah.
But you got to be there, man. And don't come an hour early. Don't come an hour late.
Well, and we've heard so many stories too where YouTubers come in and they got badass numbers as far as subscribers, but no watch time because they're like, oh, I took a 6-month break. It's like, whew, if you're going to do YouTube, you can't take that 6-month break. You have to get your shit done, especially for that watch time. Just get it out of the way. Get it done.
Take a 2-month break and you're starting over.
Even like Iron Dog, I bet just the relief of him not having to see what the hell his watch time is. I bet he's got a relief that only he's going to understand. You know what I mean? He's got that little bit of relief.
He's going to have that again every month around the time that goes through. and
Oh
you're
yeah,
trying to
yeah,
figure
yeah.
out the because listen,
Well, yeah,
you
he
say it
will,
goes
but I
through
mean,
on
but not having to worry about it is
you
like
say that
it's a
yours goes
weight off
through
of
on
you.
the 3rd. Mine goes through on the 11th.
No,
I don't
YouTube
know.
in
I
YouTube
don't
in
know if
general,
it's
it
I,
just says YouTube pays the algorithm itself takes your numbers on the 3rd and it pays out in the 20s.
now. When you do, have you ever gone to the AdSense site?
No.
Okay, well, I go to the AdSense site. That's where I go. I
Well,
don't
I
even
mean, I can go to the AdSense
right
where, as far as
now
where it says
on
that you're
there.
going to get your, and it's
When did
still
you start
from
the money resetting for you on there?
no, everything's on the 3rd. Everything they take the numbers on the 3rd. I can do it just about even on my YouTube studios. If I see my suggested earnings on like the night of the 2nd, that'll be my check on the 20. Usually I get it on the 21st.
Right, yeah, I
So
get
yeah,
my
it's
first as well. That's when that goes through as well.
but yeah, it says in the YouTube rules that it takes everybody's numbers on the 3rd. It's like so
Yeah,
it's
see,
from.
but I don't see it go through until the 11th. You know what I mean? Like I don't notice it until the 11th because on the AdSense, that's when it disappears, and I'm like, oh well, then it must have went through. You know what I mean? And then I
Yeah.
have to wait till the 21st for it to actually show up. That's when I actually make a check. You know, I don't make a check every month. I have been the last couple times, but I usually don't.
But you will. I mean, it'll
Yeah,
start to be a month to
when it
month
happens,
because
it happens.
this whole community as a whole, and people aren't, that's why people are wanting to get into the lives
Or
because
12
the whole
bucks.
thing's growing. People can see it's growing. I know it's growing. I can see it growing. We're seeing new names on everybody's live streams. We're getting more faithful people that are like, coming in week to week to week to see what's going on. And I think everybody's just enjoying everybody being normal.
Yeah,
It's good to just come hang out. It's like,
right.
you know,
Derek, I will always go back and check all these conversations and comments again. And I see your comment there. So anybody else that has commented, hey, look, I'd like to come on the show sometime. I will see that comment. I will go back to it. I even keep notes over here to
he's
go
a
back.
ninja on this shit, guys. He'll look through and shit,
These are notes from the last live that I got to go back and answer people's stuff that I missed in the conversation. So I try to do my best with that stuff. So we will create a time. I'd love to have you on. Love to have you on.
I will not monetize. Is that because you don't want to monetize, or you just? I mean, even if you had all the numbers, you still say no.
I don't know what Andrew's going to say answering this question. I hope I don't piss on his Cheerios. And thank you, Nancy. I appreciate it. There wasn't a lot I could do anyway when I lost my family member.
I know there's other channels that feel the same way.
It was in my mind, and it wasn't an easy thing to do there. But honestly, that helped me. When something bad like that happens in your family, and you got a community like this that you can go and do something a little bit smiling about after a full 24 hours of just not wanting to smile, that helped me more than anything. So as nice as that comment is, understand that I got something back from it. And maybe I didn't think I was going to when I started, but I did. So thank you. We all are just cool people. We do cool shit. That's it.
Hell
I
yeah.
think you say he didn't monetize. He doesn't monetize because he has a beef with YouTube as far as monetization stuff goes. I barely remember a story where he had a problem with YouTube, got some strikes or something for some dumb crap, and then after that, it was kind of a spiteful thing. Now he probably won't say that that's the case now.
I would be curious to hear,
But I think that's what it is. I'm going to have DA
in protest
again as well. Yeah, and that's what I thought it was. Something like that. I thought it was something like a protest type of thing. So it's kind of out of and I think he had a pretty legitimate. We're having him on again, or maybe he'd be really good to have on your guys' show. He's been on there once, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure he'd be on a show. He does lives all the time. If DA Exotic can put a link to his own channel in there, and we'll start doing some more lives because he's taking a couple weeks off, that would be awesome. I'd appreciate that.
For sure.
Why isn't Greg blue? Freaking no.
There's the busting balls. I know I was going to do it earlier, and right as I looked over and seen all the gray, he's all like, I'm going to go make some people
He's not anymore.
I'm like, damn it.
He's blue now.
Oh, I did have sirens like a half an hour ago.
Oh, did we drop them? Let's do it. Stickers.
I didn't drop them yet, but I was ready at one time.
Well, hold on. I got to send you numbers, huh?
Yeah, you probably still got to do that. Yeah, and still live with the wrong
Such
number.
a rookie. See, I got to keep watching the Iron Animal show so I can learn all the. Holy crap! There's a lot of stuff going on. Instagram, you guys, if you message me on Instagram and things like that, and I don't see stuff right away, I'm sorry, but it's disgusting turning this stupid thing on.
I'm going to head out. Good night, you.
Really, people I don't know. Who's heading out? Somebody's heading out.
Hey, Justin, I got your stickers today. Right on, bro. Yeah, when I said something to him about getting stickers one time, he's like, yeah, what stickers? I don't have anybody's. Huh?
I was just saying goodnight to Kevin. Sorry.
Oh. Yeah, but he's like, I don't have anybody's stickers. I was like, you don't have nobody's stickers? I sent him a whole bunch of them. I was like, here you go.
Now you do. You sent me a bunch of stickers. I got a couple for my kid, and I got a couple for the frame. I've given away a couple in this one, which is pretty cool.
Nice. Well, I wanted to make sure I gave you a couple extra ones for the table and all that shit.
Yeah, dude, I appreciate that. I appreciate everybody who's done that for my son, man. He's going to come on here and talk about it, and I'm going to get him to bring the whole thing.
I want to see this damn thing one of these times. Yeah.
We'll see the table. It's not, listen, y'all might not think this table is cool or whatever, anything, but this, my son is a Twitch gamer. You know, I don't even know his Twitch name, but, you know, this table means a lot to him. And
that's all it counts, man.
All these snake stickers on there is really cool. And if he flies off the handle one day, which his group does well, a lot better than I do. It might be a famous table. Who knows? I don't know, but it's cool and I appreciate it. So let's do that. Whenever you got the number I sent you, 1 through 75, everybody.
There we go.
Whenever you see it, you roll. And I'm going to come over here and look at numbers because I missed them on the other one.
1 in 75, everybody. I don't see any numbers yet. Oh, there we go.
They're going. They're just starting to go. They're going real slow. Look, I'm not popular today. I have awesome people in here, though, so I do have the best people in here, at least.
You got a lot of badges. Mine is slow like a champ.
We got it. I'm double checking. Yep. Nikki with the QU.
Holy shit. Nikki she wins everything on my channel. Shit.
Nikki with the QU, I do need you to email me or Instagram me your address so I can send you the stickers. Congratulations. I know people are still racking with those numbers.
Double check.
Pretty awesome.
A lot of badges in the chat there, member guy.
Yeah, see, that's cool. Hey, look, I might not be getting the super.
Hey, did you make that? Did you make that yourself, or did you make that badge yourself?
No.
You find it somewhere, or
it's just some free art stuff somewhere that I just typed in FFC image because I didn't, like I said, all that's going to change too, though. All those badges will change. I am making my own. The only thing is they have to be a certain size. So when you go to edit your picture, you just have to.
Apparently, you can find people that'll make them for you to make cool ones. Because I would just like to, because it changes colors with the loyalty part. That's what it's supposed to be. I would like to do snakes and just do like 5 different snakes for the different loyalty levels. Yeah.
Now, did your loyalty things change on their own?
No, Well, it shows all 6 badges. Like I think Moto Danger is on a different color. It's the more months they're there, they change colors.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. If it changed color, yeah, because I haven't had nobody there for a month yet, so I didn't know if it was changed color.
Well, no, mine shows. Yeah, but yours where it shows the badges, it only shows the 1 badge. It shows all 6 colors. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have another one there.
Yeah, you'll have to do a different color or whatever.
Yeah. Right. It will just stay the same as it is now. But again, that was just a temporary one to put up.
Yeah, I'd like to get a little snake image and do the 6 colors of a little snake to where then it's got a snake by their name when they're in the chat. That'd be cool.
That'd be cool.
You know, but I got to look into. I should watch some videos or something and learn how to do that. But
you're welcome, Nikki, and be safe driving around. Holy crap! It's still snowing like crazy out here at my house.
Is it still snowing crazy?
Yeah, it is good. I got 6, 7, 8 inches or something out there. But, heck yeah. All right, listen, I appreciate y'all. I know this isn't, it didn't go super long. Still a lot of stuff I want to talk about in my next live that I'll be talking about some stuff. I got some interesting stuff. I'll let you know exactly where I'm at for the next game show. After this next YouTube money goes through, I can be able to kind of, and YouTube takes a lot of this money. So I want y'all to know that too, that if I say, hey, I got $60-something in the fund for it, this is because YouTube takes a piece of that pie, a nice piece of
it. It's 30%. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, because I think some people sit back and they're like, well, look, I know he got this much super chat. He got $20 in super chat last week and he got 60 one time. He should have $80. I don't have $80. It don't work like that. So
you get about $47.
It's enough. And I mean, enough has to be enough to either ship out a snake that I have to go out. You know, I have to have enough in there to be able to do it. I can't.
Well, and now too, it's affected a little bit differently too, is because they're supposed to start taking out federal tax. They never withheld tax before, but YouTube is supposed to start taking out federal taxes and shit.
How do you feel about that?
Well, I mean,
I'm 50-50 with it.
I
I got
I think either way you're going to pay it either way. I think
Yep.
so. It doesn't matter who takes it.
I think one way you might not. I mean,
Yeah.
it wouldn't be advisable. But yeah, I mean, at the same time, your channel has to make a certain amount of money, or you in general that year total have to make a certain amount of money. So
yeah, but that depends on you. It depends on your state.
yeah,
The state I'm in, Washington State, if you make $600 in any related business, you have to file taxes.
oh my God, ours is 12,000.
Yeah, so I have to. Yeah, there's states that it's like 20 grand you can make
Ours
before you file taxes.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like $600 or something. Because I was asking my tax lady, I said, I don't have to worry about none of that shit right away, right? The first year or two, and she's all, oh no, you have to file no matter what in Washington State, no matter if you make like blank amount. And I'm like, what? I was like, oh shit, man, I thought I was gonna skim through for a year or two, you know? Because I've heard about YouTubers, oh, I've been doing this 10 years before I had to pay taxes, and it was like, what?
Well, awesome, Nick. Yeah, I do that too. I always listen to the show while I'm driving as well. I just wanted to be safe. I get some.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's snowing like crazy, and everything's trying to kill us. And we drove up here to spend the night because of safety stuff. So it's all in my head. So just be safe anyway. So.
Yeah, that would be nerve wracking. You have in the shop. I mean, I think of it in two different ways. I would love to have my own shop to say, hey, this is what I do here. But to be at home and then think, oh my God, did I pushing that tub enough, or did I lock the door right, or did I do this? It's like, oh my God, it'd be frustrating. Frustrating.
If I was closer, like my son lives right across the street. If I was closer, I wouldn't matter. I could ride over here.
Yeah.
But living where I live, it's 13 miles away through the forest.
Yeah, I'd have to be pretty close, man, or else it'd be nerve wracking.
Kind of crap. Lots of animals trying to kill me. It's a pain in the ass, and I forget shit left and right. I can't tell you how many times I've driven up here forgetting the keys. Like, hey, you have a busy, long day. You're really tired. You
wow, yeah.
Shop, and you're not going to shortcut it because you won't allow yourself. Even when you want to, you just can't, because you know that these are animals that can't fend for themselves. So you go up there anyway, and you're like, oh, I forgot the keys at home. And you got to turn all the way around and go back through the weather and that crap. And
yeah, it's frustrating. I bet.
I'm really tired of that. So the new house,
Bigfoot following your vehicle.
Yeah, I don't need a big shop to do what I'm doing or what I want to do. So I love having us here. It was convenient. It's the rats, really. The rats is what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
At our house now, it's just not the size for breeding rats. I don't have the outbuildings to breed rats. We get minus 40, 50 degrees here for a few weeks out of the year. I don't have something that's not in our house. It's going to keep things warm like that. And it's expensive.
For sure.
So that's my main reason why I got over here, because I wanted to feed my snakes rats that I knew what the hell they were eating.
For sure. Yeah.
I don't know nothing against Rodent Pro or any of them, but I don't know what the hell they're feeding their shit. They could say they're feeding their crap right, but I don't know.
Yeah. It's you're only going to know what they allow you to know anyway. So.
Yeah, whatever's convenient.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, whatever they want you to hear.
I truly do appreciate everybody coming in. Please go check out Justin from My Animal House. I was hoping his wife was going to pop in here as well.
She was shopping most of the time. She just got here with a bunch of knickknacks and stuff. I haven't seen her but just a second myself.
Well, I'm hoping that maybe y'all will jump back in on a live that I have down the road. Just, hey, jump in.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I'd love Trish to come in here. Like I said, you guys remind me of some really close friends of mine down in Florida. You know what I mean? He was a dirt bike ATVer, but we weren't. You know what I mean? But we were.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we had other shit we were doing too. But these are the things we enjoyed. And his wife was just full of energy, very interested in everything. You know what I mean? And your wife acts like when she sees something, it's the very first time, and we know it's not. But she's gracious enough to be excited for you. You know what I'm saying? She's like that about everything. Like she's so excited for you. It's like hearing it for the first time when you tell her something and she says, "Oh my God, that's so great." She means it, and you can tell.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So I like that. You can tell. So
for sure.
Please go subscribe to My Animal House. Justin is a great guy, and I know we didn't go over a whole bunch of tips, but we did go over some of the key stuff that's really important. Consistency is key, and it does pay off, but it's not the only thing. And being careful who you allow in to comment on your stuff. I don't allow just any comments in my regular videos because, that can look bad. And that's why we kind of talk with Frank here. I was cool with Frank right up until I seen that comment. And we talked about it right before we went live about how I said, you know, I don't really bother me about. I know what Frank was
Yeah.
actually talking about. I know he wasn't necessarily being racist that day, but it's one of those situations when you play around with fire so much that you can't convince everybody that he didn't mean it. And
Well, yeah, and he rides that fine
but
line.
I don't want to look like the bad guy. I didn't ask for that extra job to defend some guy, Frank, that I don't even know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, we all think you're funny, Frank. We all think you have a lot to give people and you could do stuff right. But I think you know what you're doing. And unfortunately, until I seen that comment about goodbye forever, everybody, don't woes me, man, on my channel. I have no room for that shit. I'm a pick yourself off the floor and get that shit done kind of person. I will never help
Exactly.
dragging their ass across the floor because they're too lazy to get the fuck up on their feet. Excuse my language. But I don't do that. Sorry, everybody. Yoop is a little bit of a dick sometimes, but I try to do it in the right ways.
Yeah.
I had to get Justin to sit there and, dude, you know what it is? We smoked out beforehand. No, I kidding. So
For sure.
we smoked out beforehand.
That's
No, man.
funny. Thanks, Iron Dog.
But
Love you, brother.
because we got shit to take care of anyway, outside of all that hocus pocus
Yeah,
stuff.
but it's different. I'm a guest. I'm a guest on this show. You know, it's like.
Yeah, he's hosting the show, man. I wanted to get up 4 or 5 times, but I don't have a partner to keep it going. And Justin could have kept it going. I got up once, but it was just for the dog. I forgot to do anything else.
You could have got up as many times as you want. You know, I have a bad habit of taking over anyway. It's like,
all right, everybody,
hey,
Justin,
here we go.
close this shit up. I'm gonna take my fat sack. I'm out. No.
Yeah, it's out.
Close this shit up. No, I'm kidding. All right, everybody, you all are awesome. Like my thing says, you all are amazing, and I don't mean that in a happy little trees way. I mean that in you guys are, and for your own reasons. Even the jerky ones. Even Frank's a freaking amazing person. I think
He's
we
a
all
wealth of knowledge, man. I mean, he's got shit that we could learn from. But
yeah, you got to just have little manners, man, little respect. And
Yep.
you know, there's only 2 people that can come on my channel that I don't mind coming on my channel and promoting their stuff on there. Everybody else is welcome to. And I say, yeah, feel free to promote your stuff, this, that, and the other. But there's only 2 people I don't mind when they come in and do that, and that's TJ. I don't mind when TJ promotes his stuff,
yeah,
and I don't mind when James Medhen promotes his stuff. Only 2 people I don't mind do. Everybody else, don't just come and say, "Yo, come over and see my live. I'm doing it right now. It's better." Get the fuck out.
I hate that more than anything when somebody mentions in somebody else's live. I hate that. Yeah, it's like it's got getting McDonald's and going sitting at Burger King and eating it. It's like
That's
they'll
right.
probably let you do it, but is it right? No. Is it morally wrong? Yeah.
Now, is there any lives going on tonight after mine? I mean,
I think TNT is going to go on in a few minutes. I think.
I thought did he cancel that shit? I'm gonna go look.
Well, I got a little notification that says watch TNT live, but I'm assuming it's going to be. Well, I think he's supposed to have Sidekick on tonight. Kurtwood.
Let's just do this before I go. I'm gonna go see if he's got a banner up saying that he's going live. Then I'm gonna post it in here.
Frank needs to yep, like he does in Wally's stream. Yeah, that would help.
Well, Frank kind of does act like that in my streams. He actually acts pretty good in my streams, if I'm being honest. The only streams I actually see him get out of hand in is your all's. And I don't really know why that is.
See, he was pretty good on my Tuesday show too. On the Iron Animal show, he was a little out of control, but I kept telling him on Tuesday, you got to be a little more mellow, and he was pretty good about it. But then the fetus in the sink and all that, I'm out. Yeah.
All right, everybody, I'm posting a link to TNT balls. I'd really.
Yep, it says yes. Dusty Iron Dog said he is going in 5 minutes.
Okay, well, there's only 12 people here right now. Unfortunately, I wish there was more in here to be able to bring over there, but please jump over there and see TNT Balls. I did put a link down in there and give support, man. This is another guy that is a true person. Like, he means what he's doing. He loves what he's doing. He loves the community. And when you can show your respects, do so. Even if it's just for a few minutes, run over, hit the like button, let him know.
Exactly,
hey, man,
for sure.
Jump out. These things help out a lot. And he's a good dude, and he's done a lot of good stuff for people here, and he's always respected everybody. So go check him out. And thank you, all my new members. I appreciate it. I need them. I don't have the dancing skills as Justin to get those super chats, and I don't have those.
I think I don't know about my dancing, but I think you got 4 members tonight.
You're dancing,
that's pretty damn good,
all right, dude. It's white boy dancing, but that's all we got, man. That's all we got. Can we do?
Rolling.
Can't win everything.
It's been a blast, man, for sure.
All right, you guys are awesome. Justin, thank you so much, man. A lot of fun. And again, if you guys ever need anything, let me know. If anybody wants to join a live or be a person on my live, please check it out and email me or just message me on one of my things or set up a date. I do have Jarome coming in, who's going to be fun. You guys had
That'll
him
be a
on.
good time.
I was super jealous. I don't have his stickers. I do want one. I'll buy one.
Man, that sticker is badass, dude.
I think I'm going to do a shirt trade with them as well. But yeah, that's
I'll get yours out probably tomorrow. Tomorrow
cool.
or early next week.
I'm waiting to hear back. They just opened back up from the shirt place because they had the COVID, and then they ordered T-shirts so that they could do the shirts. So I'm just waiting to hear back from them. I already paid them. I'm ready to go. I got yours shirt for the live customer, Erica. Months later, I was like, I'm doing it this way because it's gonna be faster in Teespring. COVID.
COVID, yeah.
We'll be glad to have you on, and I'm going to be having Chris Iron Dog Reptiles on here pretty soon too, and we're going to go a different direction with him. There's a lot of questions I have for him. It's funny, we all bring a different little something to the table, and it's all unique, and I think that's why we all work so well. All right, thank you.
It is.
Yeah. See me. Bye.
Peace. Take care.